Code Podcast. We are season 2, episode 3. We got a really nice panel today. Very happy to be in here with these guys. We got my boy Devo live, my boy Eli, Low to Lowly, and then last but not least, we got my boy Petey, my boy Payday, making his second appearance on the pod. Second appearance.
I'm on some shit. Today. I'm on some shit.
And he on some shit. He said, "Oh, fuck with him. Fuck what you talking about." I think they say you're not supposed to curse in the first minute of a YouTube video.
Yeah, they'll.
Well, too bad. Goddammit, we already passed that shit. All right, so we got a lot of good topics today, man. A lot of shit going on in the league. The most obvious, most recent thing we gotta touch on. Your boy Draymond Green. Draymond Green got suspended. I believe it was yesterday. They suspended him for 5 games. He got suspended for 5 games for putting your boy Rudy Gobert in the chokehold. He put the Frenchman in the lynchman, which is crazy. So with this 5-game suspension, folks missed $769,000. $704. So pushing on 800 racks, missing these 5 games. That's a lot of money in my opinion. I don't got 800 racks. I don't got 100 racks. You feel me? But he also has 18 ejections in his career. I think he leads the league. I feel like the only person ahead of him might be Rasheed Wallace. Rasheed Wallace was closer to like 30, if I'm not mistaken, for his career as far as ejections. Now, this question is for
technically. Technically, he's number 1.
No, he number 1 all time in technical.
No, like currently, since he's been in the league, you would never guess who number 2 is.
Damn,
I forgot.
You talking about
currently?
Currently, right now, who's number 2?
Wait, don't tell me.
Somebody random.
Where answer
Mark
me this.
Price.
What team did whoever it is? What team did he get drafted to?
Okay, see.
Oh, it's Russie.
Russ?
It's Russie. It gotta be Russie.
Okay, I can see it.
It gotta be Russie. It has to be. That's crazy.
I'm not surprised by that. I'm not surprised because he probably got a lot of texts without getting ejected. You know what I'm saying? Like he probably don't have
2 after Draymond though. Like in like the last 10 years or whatever span, Draymond won and Russie.
So we were talking earlier in the pre-production. We were talking about this suspension a little bit. And we're talking about, I think it was Devin that said, no nights off in the West. How bad do you think, and this question is open for anybody, how bad do you think this suspension hurts the Warriors with Steph just getting injured a couple games ago? So Steph is out, he's day-to-day. Now they're missing Draymond for the next few games. Do you think they're digging themselves into a hole that might be a little too difficult for them to climb out of?
No, if they go 2 and 3, 5 games, they'd be all right. I mean, it wasn't like they were like some great team prior.
I was right. Currently, going into tonight's game, they are bottom 3 in home wins. They 1-4 at home. They have a better road record than at home, which is crazy to me.
Yeah, I mean, I think they're currently like 6-6. So like, they already was a pretty mediocre team. This definitely is not going to help them out. Mm-hmm. But honestly, man, the Warriors, they getting old, man. Wiggins don't seem too engaged. I mean, what we're going to rely on?
Has he ever?
I mean, when they was going on their runs, he was, he was definitely formidable. But like Chris Paul, you're going to be relying on Chris Paul down the end of the stretch of the season. Like, how far realistically do we expect the Warriors to go this year?
Sheesh.
It's the same thing with the Clippers. Is their availability going to be there? Because you got, how old is Draymond? How old is Clay? How old is Steph? Just as you get older, you are more fragile. So you can't depend on those 3. Is Kuminga going to make the step? I had him as we'll talk about this later, as one of the most improved players if they used him correctly. And I'm just not seeing that type of production. Wiggins, he'll be forever a number 2 at best. He'll never be.
He got to be locked in to be number 2. He got to be fully bought in.
Correct.
The best version of himself. So, he's a number 2 type shit.
Yeah, I mean, do you regret leaving or losing Jordan Poole at this
Oh
point?
yeah, certainly.
Because
I would say so.
Have y'all seen him in Washington? no,
No, like
I mean,
no.
I'd rather have him than not at this point. Like you said, with
why?
Well,
I
what
mean,
about?
they're gonna need
I mean,
something.
but we're talking about just pure X's and O's. We're not talking about the personalities that come along with those X's and O's. I feel like Jordan Poole being in this locker room would be a continuation of last year, which was
well, he said Draymond said it was toxic. You know what
Facts.
I'm saying? And it's like, but is the old way toxic, right? I think they've been there now 13, 14 plus years. Is it a new culture that needs to take place? Because they're just now, to me, that whole situation was frustration. And it seemed like he was waiting to do that type of stuff anyway. So does a new culture, I mean, every time you gotta blow it up, just like the Bulls at some point, and you can't do that with Steph Curry still on your roster, but
Yeah, yeah.
I
I
mean,
mean,
they're not good. Like it's not rocket science. They like they're small. Their stars are
really
old.
small, really,
Their
really
stars are
small.
old. It's Steph Curry. He's still playing prime Steph Curry. Clay ain't
facts.
Clay. Draymond, he's still Draymond, but he's not as defensively good anymore. Wiggins is
can't be.
Kevon Looney, they only big man. So you talking about the West, and the West it got better. Like this is not 2016. This ain't
Facts.
2000. Like it's
It's
just
not. It's not 2022. What
right.
you
It's
talking
none of
about?
like the Warriors are getting older. Steph Curry's the only one who's
He
still
said,
playing great,
I
and
mean,
the league has
said
literally gotten
Harrison
better.
Barnes ain't working, bro.
I
The
mean,
league has gotten better.
realistically,
It's just
Harrison
simple.
Barnes ain't working through
the
that door.
Kings, the Thunder, like these are, I would say, I ain't gonna say bottom tier, but bottom playoff tier Western teams, and like to me, they're significantly
Mhm.
better than the Warriors. We ain't got to talk about the Timberwolves, the Nuggets, right? The Mavericks that's hooping this year. Like
Don't bring them up.
who? Don't bring who up.
Any of them teams. If we talking about the Warriors, because it's
That's what
gonna
I'm
be
saying. Like
scary. It's gonna
they're
be
not
scary
even.
for them
bleak.
niggas.
I don't think they're not, even though the Lakers are not looking too hot, but they're not better than the Lakers. Like
They need, like, 2022 was such a perfect year for them, where they had all those dudes that were not quite as old and they were still all healthy down the stretch going into the playoffs, and they felt away because of how the last couple of years when Steph was hurt and Clay was hurt and everybody was out, they felt like they had something to prove. They kind of got that redemption chip now. So do they still have a chip on their shoulder to still
exactly.
do that?
And
You
that
can,
go ahead, Devin. My bad.
no, you can have a chip on your shoulder. If you're not good enough, you're just not good enough. It's
You
not.
can have,
It's like it's not.
you can have a chip on your shoulder, but you're not gonna have a chip
Like
on your
y'all, like
finger.
just
You
look
feel
look
me?
at the roster.
Oh
Look at the
my
roster.
son.
You're
It's one or the
small.
other.
You're very small. Like if Kevon Looney comes out, you have nobody to protect the rim.
And he ain't young either.
He's
Right?
not.
He
He's
old.
not. There's nothing young about that nigga.
Clay don't shoot it. Like I said, Clay shooting slump. Wiggins shooting slump. Team getting older. It is what it is. I mean, they can't be good forever. They had that run is
It's
over.
exactly. It's not even necessarily a bad thing. It's just,
Father
hey,
time.
I mean, I do feel like if they, I mean, I don't know the logistics in regards to the contracts and whatnot, but I mean, I still think Steph still got some formidable years ahead
I
of
think
him.
you could win with Steph being the best player on
But
your team.
you have to
You
like,
got to blow it up though.
yeah, you definitely have to blow it up at this point for sure. Or Steph might skedaddle too. You never know.
Hell no.
I doubt
Hell
that.
no.
I doubt
Hell,
that. He
I would get.
he has to
I'm
go
not
down
gonna
as
lie. I don't have a small amount of respect for Steph. He's an incredible player, one of the best we've ever seen. But if he left Golden State on some like, nah, I'm really trying to get it while I'm still in here, I would gain some more respect.
He got nothing really else to prove at
because he don't got nothing to prove.
Yeah.
But
For what? Yeah, why would he leave?
Yeah, I mean, true.
Shout
if
out
he-
to Cuzzo.
he
Talk
in
to
a
him,
big
Cuzzo.
market.
if he
He
addicted to
ain't
winning, he don't
I mean,
want
because
to
how many rings Steph got now? What, he got
four. He got
four?
more.
I mean,
How many more do you think he could win though on a good team?
he could
He could
Somebody
win
will
four
come to
more.
him.
He could win four more.
Somebody come to him before he goes somewhere else, bro. He in Golden State. Ain't
I
no
can
other
see
city
that.
he gonna go to that's
Golden
gonna
State
be.
not the same. They're not the same, bro. Motherfuckers not trying
It's
to come
not.
to Golden State when Draymond punched a teammate last year. Motherfucker's not trying to go to state.
Draymond about to get out of here.
You think?
Draymond got two.
I'm gonna tell you
that,
something, bro.
He should have been out of there this year.
That Draymond stuff does not affect the players around the league like that, bro.
What do you think, niggas? You think niggas?
This is my question.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
no, you go ahead. No,
all right, no,
okay. No, go crazy. Go ahead.
You meant it, or not?
I did.
Okay. Was it adequate? Was the 5 games adequate?
I would have liked to see you. I thank you for saying that because you're moving the conversation in the direction I wanted to go. I personally, I would have liked to see 10.
Dang,
personally, 10. But the reason why I feel you, Eli, the reason why I understand why he didn't get 10 is because Ja just got 25.
Mm-hmm. That's
not. No, I'm just talking about like it kind of does though. It's like you look at what Ja did and the punishment that he got, because that was kind of the most serious thing we've seen a player get punished for in a little while. That kind of sets a precedent following that shit, bro. It does.
Let
me just say this. Let me just real quick. I just want to say, if you, and I said this in the chat earlier, if you are Draymond Green and you put a nigga in a headlock on national TV, if I gave you 10 games for that, but then I turned around and gave Ja 25 games for having a gun, posting guns twice, not the first time, the second time. To me, that's not proportionate. That's all I want to say. I feel like that's not.
These are my thoughts on. This is my thoughts on it. So this is the 5th time that Draymond has been suspended in his career. Seems a little low, but if you look at the lengths of the suspensions, they're always 3 games plus, 2 games plus, right? Now Sprewell, remember Sprewell where he choked out his coach in 99? It was 98 or whatever. He got 68 games for that.
Yeah.
And it wasn't on national TV. We didn't see it, right? So that goes back to the whole David Stern thing where he cracked down on that type of stuff. Silver. And then it's okay. Where are you placing your importance as Adam Silver, right? So Ja did the same thing. I don't know if y'all seen this clip of or a picture of Brian Scalabrine. He got, pictures of AK-47s and all this stuff on Instagram in his basement. You know what I'm saying? But he doesn't get suspended. Nobody even looks at that stuff. But Ja gets 25 games. So
it's hard to stay consistent with this.
Well, I would just say,
can we focus back? Like, this has nothing to do with Ja Morant. Like, let's.
It does. If we're talking about,
Devil. Let me clarify. What I'm trying to say is, what is Draymond know? Who is he paying? Because that 5 games, one for the actor alone, if you're not even comparing it, is too little. It's too little for what he's been doing. He snuffed a dude and damn near knocked him out on TV, like a year ago, and now he's choking people out on TV. And you give him 5 games? That doesn't make sense.
Draymond, I gotta be honest, bro. Draymond has the longest leash with the fucking referees. That's not debatable. It's not debatable.
That's fine.
That's what I'm saying. Who does he know? What does he know?
But let's focus on the Draymond Green aspect on what happened, why he got suspended. That's why I'm like bringing up Ja Morant. To me, I don't care about
precedent. That's how that shit works. We talk about punishment.
You don't respect what I was.
No, I respect it, but I think
I put a lot of time into that though.
It takes away. It takes away from exactly what happened. Trying to bring up somebody else's case. Let's focus on Draymond Green. So, if you're asking what Draymond Green did, Klay Thompson and McDaniels gets into it. They get into it. They swing at each other. Rudy Gobert goes to, as they say, to be the peacemaker. Now, what a lot of NBA players play, and people are saying Rudy messed up by grabbing Klay Thompson.
Mm-hmm.
If you've been on any team, you know, fight break out, you grab your player. You grab another teammate player. That's why Draymond take Draymond Green out of it. Just a person. What would you do if you're Klay Thompson? Somebody else from the other team grabs you, bro. I'm gonna fight. We fighting. I'm
That's
protecting
not
my
every.
teammate.
That's not everybody.
But are you choking them out?
I'm watching
But are you
Cat.
choking them out?
I'm watching Cat right next. I'm watching
Okay.
Cat right behind Draymond, and he's not
Okay,
doing
but
shit.
we can
He's
get
trying
we
to
can
pull
get
them
to,
apart.
yeah, and
He's
that's
not-
a whole nother okay, but that's a whole nother thing where there's rumors that nobody on that team like Rudy Gobert anyway. So that's probably why Cat and Anthony Edwards let it ride. But that's a whole nother subject. But the point is, if I get in this, if my teammate, if I'm on a basketball team, my teammate gets in a scuffle, and I see another teammate grab my teammate, bro, I'm trying to knock his head off. Point blank, period. That's the golden rule in sports, bro. You don't grab another teammate. You're escalating the system from Draymond's angle. I'm not saying Draymond Green didn't have alternative motives. That he probably used that opportunity because he has a history with Rudy Gobert. He used the opportunity.
He got a history, period. Too.
Right. He does, but just in general. But just in general,
if there was no history, you just push the nigga.
But just in general,
you would just push the nigga. You wouldn't choke the nigga out.
But my point is,
it was an overreaction.
Just in general,
that's my thing.
If I'm the Golden State Warriors, if I'm a teammate, if I'm Klay Thompson, bro, guess what? I'm praising Draymond Green because you held my back. You held my back. And then take the play. I don't care about the names. If I'm on a team and I'm getting swung around by another teammate, and then another teammate grab me, and Eli, Petey, whoever come and knock his head off, bro, and you get suspended, we're gonna pay your fine. Don't worry about it. You did your job as a teammate. Because now, and you brought up Anthony Edwards and Cat. If I'm Rudy Gobert, I'm looking at y'all sideways today. Because when Draymond Green choked me out, you just watching. That's this rule. So like, yeah, Draymond Green history at the play, and I'm not even upset at it because one, on court incidents, that's why I didn't want to bring up Ja. That's apples and oranges. On court incidents, that's like the most games that people have gotten in the last 10 years. Pat Beverly pushed Chris Paul. They have a collage of players doing reckless stuff on court.
Ron Artest with the E. Ron Artest got
DeAndre Ayton,
right? And they only get you get 1 or 2 games. So 5 games is more than you usually get for on-court altercation where there are no punches being thrown.
This is one thing I do want to say though. I feel like the line of it being where it's time to give a nigga like more substantial time being because a punch got thrown. To me, that's a little arbitrary, bro. Like the fact that he had a nigga in a headlock, bro. He had this nigga, and it looked like he locked that shit, bro. Like he was playing fucking MMA, bro. That's as bad as a punch, bro, if not worse. That's as bad as a punch.
So that meme gonna live on
forever.
Precedence means things, right? You need to judge based off of something else in the past. So Carmelo Anthony, when he snuffed bro in the Garden,
he got fucking 30 games, violent? 50 games.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's more violent than what didn't drop.
It was
you know
not.
What I'm saying? He didn't fall.
It was not more violent. So you tell you can swing, bro. You can swing on a nigga and connect and barely hit that nigga. That's worse just because you swung.
You get 30 games.
Dude, that's cap.
And exactly right. That's my thing. Is like people talk about okay, you judge every action individually. No, in a court of law. If you're, being charged with something, they look at precedent. They look at what exactly right. So it was disproportionate reaction to what was going on because Rudy Gobert wasn't choking up Klay. He was just grabbing him to get him off away from Jaden McDaniel, and Draymond overreacted. And Adam Sandler,
he might have. What I'm saying, he
not might have. Not might have.
If you play sports, any sport, and this happens, anybody on the Golden State Warriors is not upset at Draymond Green because he did what a teammate is supposed to do. I'm not saying. Listen. No, what I'm saying is Draymond as a teammate, and just a basketball perspective, take the names out of it. A fight breaks out. I see somebody grab my teammate. I'm knocking their head off.
So why did he knock off Jaden McDaniel's head? Because he has beef with Rudy Gobert. You can't just take niggas out of it.
That's my point. It wasn't even with
I'm not trying to.
Jaden McDaniels ripped Klay Thompson.
I'm not trying to defend with Draymond Green from that.
I'm not talking about
from that angle.
I'm calling.
Listen. No. This is what I'm saying.
I'm
answering your question. I'm answering your question. Why he didn't grab Jaden McDaniels? Klay Thompson, Jaden McDaniels going at it. That's a one-on-one fight. Cool. If Rudy Gobert would have grabbed McDaniels, no issue, bro. You grabbing your mans. Chris Paul grabbed Klay Thompson, brought him away. If Chris Paul would have grabbed McDaniels, that's a different story. Chris Paul was pushing Klay Thompson away. Chris Paul grabbed his own teammates. Rudy Gobert grabbed Klay Thompson. So when you ask why didn't Draymond Green go after McDaniels, no, he went after Rudy because Rudy grabbed his teammate. Jaden McDaniels, that's just one-on-one, rule one-on-one. I don't know.
Let me just say this real quick, Eli. You can jump in. Let me just say this real quick. That's all I want to say. My whole thing is, bro, if you just watch the event unfold in real time, if you watch the whole shit with Klay and McDaniels, that shit was already too far. It was already the point where niggas needed to be getting in between that shit. Yes, you can make that argument that that Rudy Gobert stepped in and maybe made the wrong decision with who he decided to engage with. Sure, bro.
It's kind of was the closest person he was next to.
Exactly. But you look at the way Draymond flies in, it's like he was waiting for Rudy Gobert to do.
He was waiting for that.
Wait, real quick. I got you, Eli. I just want to say this real quick. Devin keeps saying you have to let's not look at who's there. Let's just look at players. But what I'm saying is you can't do that because that's why it occurred. That's why he
got 5 games. He got more games than people usually get for stuff like this.
I'm not even talking about Draymond's history. I'm talking about Draymond's relationship with Rudy Gobert, with the Minnesota Timberwolves.
And that's history. You're bringing up history.
You think with
which that is important to consider.
I'm not talking about his history as far as he's looked at as a nigga that does shit like this all the time. I'm talking about nigga, y'all have beef already. That's what
I will say. And in the heat of the moment, I don't think Draymond was like Rudy Gobert. Like at the end of the day, it's a scuffle. Shit's turned up. Like Draymond ran and tried to.
No, bro, you watch it, bro. Watch how quick Draymond flies in. He said,
"That's fine."
And then what he said? He said, "Both of them niggas said Klay jersey had been ripped before he jumped in."
I'm saying that it was kind of a heated situation, bro. Like, I mean, I guess you can factor that in, but in the heat of the moment, bro, I don't think Draymond like, oh, it's time to fuck up Rudy Gobert right now. I think
because it popped off so early. I think because it popped off so early, you have to consider that because the game just started. It had been fucking 90 seconds, bro.
Let me ask
you. I hope you're never my teammate, Lamar.
If it was Draymond,
that's cool. Neither one of us in the league.
Devo, let me shoot you some bail. So my thing is, if we playing in a park, if we playing in a church league, or we playing in any type of rec, right? Or anything that's not the NBA, you're absolutely right. We gonna choke you out, ask questions later. It's the NBA. This is a corporation. You already have a narrative on yourself, right? So why would you continue to
he got what he deserved. I'm not even saying he should have went about it that way. I'm not saying like he knows his history. That's why he got 5 games. If his name was Green Paul, he probably would only got 1 or 2 games. But yes, Draymond Green, you're Draymond Green. You have a history. I'm cool with the 5 games. My point is, if me and Eli are on teams together, and Eli gets into it with Lamar, and they fighting one-on-one, whatever, cool, we watching. Petey, you grab Eli, and that's my teammate, bro. I'm not saying I'm going to deal with Draymond Green did, but I'm going to get you up off of Eli. You best believe that. And that's
what I'm saying.
So he might have went about it
because he neutralized the threat.
Right.
Did he not neutralize the threat? He still kept him in the headlock.
Yeah. Cool.
After he got him off you, right?
He might have went too
far.
So
that's why I think it's some person.
But it's
not might. Stop saying might.
It's also Draymond's role.
Say that. He went too far.
Draymond definitely he's definitely the enforcer. But let me ask y'all this real quick. So, okay, 5 games for Draymond. Okay, maybe factor in the past. Let's say if that was Looney and he choked him out just like that, how many days should Looney get? Or another player?
Worse. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to say, like, Draymond, I feel like got the benefit of the doubt, or
it was making excuses for him the whole time. As soon as it happened, it was in real time. You listen to the fucking announcers; they're making excuses for him as it's happening.
And shout out to Steve Kerr because he kept
Kerr held it down.
Steve Kerr, he kept it
That's
gangster.
A coach that I want Steve Kerr.
He just said what he was supposed to say.
He did. But some coaches will tuck their tail in that situation and try to towel to the corporation. But he held his players.
He got snuffed by Mike. He don't care. He got snuffed by Mike.
The reason why I don't give Steve Kerr that much credit because he kind of played the route of I didn't really see that shit. They told me this.
Right.
Like, get the
Wait,
fuck out of here. Like,
so, like, bro, I don't know, like, bro, I'm sorry, like, so you act like
that's what you're supposed to say. But I'm saying, like, that's what you're supposed to say.
This is a team game. Ride or die, ride for your teammates. Guess what? I guarantee you, the
Bro,
Golden State Warriors,
but it's like
the Golden State Warriors are
millions,
paying
bro.
for Drake. Oh, that's cool. And we making millions. And
like
the Golden State Warriors are gonna pay for Draymond Green's fine.
They gave him 5 days. I mean, how much?
They gonna pay for his fine.
Hey,
I don't know.
It's not severe enough. They keep enabling him. They keep
I
enabling
agree.
him.
We haven't
I
done
don't
nothing.
agree with
We haven't
Draymond
done nothing.
He stumped on Sabonis 6 months ago.
Okay.
Cool.
How many games did he get? 1, because it was the playoffs.
Okay, and they suspended him in the finals. So he
one game.
And now
he's a habitual line stepper.
And I mean, it ain't like he been punished before. He got suspended in the playoffs.
NBA chippy, it is
damn
what
no
it is,
reason.
man.
Damn no reason
Right,
they
cool,
lost.
man.
They lost the whole championship. I mean,
I ain't
Because
tripping.
he missed
next.
1 game. They was up.
And that
Hey,
was
bro.
and that was unprecedented.
It was up
Hey.
3-1.
No,
Hey,
you're not dipping out of this,
one
Devo.
game.
If you no, because
no.
it don't. At the end of the day, bro, I play basketball. That happens. If Draymond Green, my teammate, and he did what he did, he might have went too far. Cool, he went too far. You didn't have to do all that.
You're not mad at him as your teammate. That goes without saying, bro. That's obvious. He's your
But
teammate.
in
You're
general,
gonna ride with him
he
regardless.
wasn't my teammate, and just me watching it as a basketball.
And you're
fan.
thinking about him being your teammate. He's my teammate. He's
No. Even if he's not my teammate, I could be on the other team. It is what it is. Rudy Gobert. I'm gonna talk to Rudy if I'm on Timberwolves. Like, bro, next time I get it. You trying to be the peacemaker, but you know Draymond Green already don't like you. It's the team. Your own teammates probably don't like you. That's why they ain't do nothing. That's why Cat looking like and Anthony Edwards looking like, well, we ain't gonna have Rudy. Because I guarantee you, if Draymond Green would have tried to choke out Anthony Edwards, yeah, I bet you he would have got some help.
And he wouldn't even try that shit. He wouldn't even try that.
We never know. But my point is,
my mama, he wouldn't try that.
Him and Anthony Edwards got into it the other day.
Let me
Did he choke him out?
Let me.
I mean, he didn't.
Let me ask this to the. Let me put this in the
he
chat.
didn't get a chance because Anthony was smoking his stupid ass.
Go ahead. What you say, Pete?
Does this affect the camaraderie, to your point, Devo, of
Timberwolves? No, they end up. They
didn't want Rudy anyway, and man, we're gonna talk about them because y'all putting your boy. I like him; he's a good player. Y'all put him on a super high pedestal just so y'all can break him down later. Yeah, but they are what they are. Cat looking pretty good. I mean, it don't mess with their chemistry. Rudy Gobert, he just there for defense. He don't score anyway.
They actually won the game too. I was happy that they or I was not necessarily impressed, but it was a good thing that they, even after all that drama, they held it down. And the Warriors
didn't play.
True, Steph and Draymond.
True.
And Clay got ejected. Then Clay got ejected.
But the Timberwolves last year, they could have came out flat and lost that game. The Timberwolves, they won a game they were supposed to win.
Oh, they still the
Timberwolves. Before he break a sweat is nasty.
Hey man, hey don't grab my
the score was 0-0. The score was 0-0.
Simple.
No, hey, we could play 3-on-3 all day, Devil. Like I'm saying this. I get what you're saying though. I get what you're saying.
5 games is cool, man. It's whatever. Like,
yeah,
it's cool.
I mean, 5 games to me is kind of on the. I mean, he could have got 3. Like 5 games is pretty like right there on like solid.
You feel it was low. You feel it was too
low. They gave Meta World Peace. They gave Ron Artest when he bowled James Harden. They gave him 7 for that. They gave him 7. And
he didn't mean to do that.
He didn't mean, but he damn near.
It was reckless. It was reckless.
Pat Bev 1-2 games so whiplash and Chris Paul when he was no fight. Chris Paul not paying. That's egregious. That's egregious.
But that's why that's another.
I feel like a chokehold, and he was not letting
But he choked him in the midst of a scuffle. In the midst of a scuffle.
And the scuffle was never. The scuffle was not that serious. The scuffle was not even almost that serious where somebody needed to be choked up. It wasn't even almost that serious.
That's my point. No, but Draymond's not going to make that
a chokehold in a fight.
He's not going to make that judgment.
It's very different than me doing an interview with a reporter and some dude whiplashing me in my back. That's very different. I'm sorry.
He wasn't doing an interview. He was walking.
He was walking to the table.
He was sitting there, minding his business.
He wasn't talking to nobody. He was walking. They were walking away.
That shit was outrageous.
Rudy, don't be trying to be the peacemaker. Don't be
I
trying
just,
to.
I
How
just
many
feel like
games? How
I
many
just
games?
feel like
Chris definitely
Draymond.
deserved
I just
it.
feel like Draymond reaction was so over the top. That's how I feel, and it was
That's
like
cool. He
textbook
entertaining.
textbook
Heat
Draymond.
of the moment.
If you're talking about is it entertaining, okay.
No, I'm saying he is. I mean, I don't know. 5 games is cool.
That
It
is in
is
my
what
notes.
it is.
All right.
In
NBA
the
soft
heat of the
anyway.
moment.
In the heat of the moment,
That's
you don't know nothing about that
I
stream. You
know,
don't
I
know about
know,
that
I
stream. No, I know
know.
you
You
do. I know
don't
you
know.
do. Now let's
Man, what's the
now
next? What's the
we
next
talking
topic,
about
man?
let's stay in Minnesota for a minute. Let's stay in Minnesota for a second. So we got Minnesota currently ranked the highest defense in the league. They got the highest defensive rating in the league. Ant's been playing really good. Is it Ant's year? Is it Ant's year to take that step and maybe be like a MVP candidate? Is it Minnesota's year to, maybe get out the first round and maybe sniff the conference semis or the conference finals? Or are we just getting too caught up in these niggas too early? That's my because the reason why I'm asking this, they just being the number one defense in the league, they just got a pretty tough loss to Phoenix. Phoenix team that was underhanded, was missing Bradley Beal, and they fucking blew them out the water. So is it really? I guess what my real question is: what do you learn from that game where Phoenix beat Minnesota? Does it tell you more about Phoenix, or does it tell you more about?
I mean, Minnesota was coming off. If I'm not mistaken, they was coming off of a back-to-back, a pretty hectic like road.
Very hectic.
Very hectic road trip. And so I mean, honestly, and then you got Devin Booker coming back, like on top of all the stuff that just happened, like I'm expecting them to lose that game, honestly. But overall, in regards to Minnesota as a whole, defense looking good. They to me, Cat's playing really good. They got a really solid 1-2 punch. Mike Conley, I mean, I don't know how much you're gonna rely on him down the stretch, but he's playing good now.
He reliable.
Yeah,
He's been reliable for 16 years.
Facts. So I mean, in regards to them making a deep playoff run, like you said, can they win a series? I can see them winning the series this year. But in regards to them being
like just one, like only one,
I say one, because at the end of the day, do we see them competing with Denver? I don't see them winning against them. Even in a series against the Suns, when the Suns are at full strength. No, honestly, I don't see it. Mavericks, they compete with the Mavericks for sure, but they're not. I'm gonna have to see more. You feel me? I'm gonna have to see more. Anthony Edwards definitely taking a step, but he's gonna have to show me. You got to show me more to prove that he's gonna make to the Western Conference Finals or even further than that.
Devin,
let me first start off. Let me start off by saying, what I'm saying, Lil Cuz is making that family name look good. You know what I'm saying? That Edwards name is looking real strong. My man is averaging 26, 5, and 5.
He's hooping.
He's hooping. They're third in the West, 8-3. Mm-hmm. Like you said, they came off 2 really mentally taxing games. Mm-hmm. So they're going to drop one, and Phoenix is rolling too. I think they're starting to find their
groove.
They're finding their footing as well. Mm-hmm. So you have 2, maybe 3 players on that starting 5 that could contend for a All NBA defensive team. You got Ant that's playing inspired defense. Jaden McDaniels, I think, is a sleeper. I think he could creep up in there. And then you got Rudy, who's always a top big man that's considered. So I think that they have what the Grizzlies had the last 2 or 3 years, right? They basically took the worst time to get suspended for 25 games because Anthony Edwards took his all-star starting spot, in my opinion. He's that now. He's that 2 in the West. And by the time the all-star game, he probably play 5 or 6 games. It's too late to make a contention for that. So I like the Wolves. I believe in the Wolves, I think they got a good balance. Let me finish that. Okay, they got a good balance of youth and experience. They got the young Ants and Jaden McDaniels. They got the middle of the road cats. They got the old veterans, like you said, with Conley. That's a good balance. Now, as long as Slow-Mo and Rudy Gobert don't get in no more bench fights, they should be straight.
Mm-hmm. Did you say he gonna start in the All-Star game?
Talk to me. Bring your
It's
five.
low.
Who's
Come
your
on,
five?
man. Come on. He a shooting guard.
Talk to me.
All right, he a shooting guard. So
Who's a better shooting guard in the West?
it's not just it's guards.
I think
So
Steph and
you
Luka.
got Steph and Luka right there. I mean, come on.
Fair enough. If they do it,
No.
So are they not
It's
going?
the same
I was told
way.
that they were
It's
going back to the
guards
old format.
It's guards forwards. It's guards. They're going old format for like East versus West.
So you
East West, yeah.
But Anthony
Okay,
Edwards.
so you can do 2 point guards.
You can do 2 guards, and it's only guards and forwards. That's how they do it. It's no more guards and forwards.
Then I can see that.
So even then, hey, at this point in time, still give me Devin Booker over him too.
If Devin stay healthy, yeah, you gotta give me Devin Booker. You gotta give me.
What's the stats looking like?
I ain't even stats.
He hasn't really played. Devin.
I'm in here, man. I'm in here. Y'all been waiting for me. I'm here.
Nobody been waiting for you, G. Nobody been
waiting.
No.
Devin
like
Booker.
A sunny
Devin
delight.
Booker had. Didn't Devin Booker? I think Devin Booker had 30.
You done losing on 2K?
With
we been lost.
So,
Devin Booker.
If
he stays healthy, if he stays healthy, he's a better player than Anthony Edwards is as of now. Like.
So let me rephrase. He took his all-star spot, not starting spot. He took his all-star spot. Let me. Rephrase.
I mean, the West is. But the West is so tough. I mean, he hurt, so he ain't gonna make it anyway, which is cool because of the whole new rule. Jamal Murray, he ain't about to make it. I mean,
not what I've seen so far.
No, he's hurt.
As the man on the Wolves, Murray, he's 2-man on the Nuggets.
And the other factor that we have to consider,
still be holding it down.
He's the man, though. Like,
he's the man. He's the undisputed leader. The other thing we have to take into factor is the All-Star voting.
It's a popularity
contest. It's a popularity contest, and it's hot right
marketing,
now.
Ant Shoe. I damn near might get Ant Shoe, even though it looks like kind of like a.
That's
like a pencil.
Hey, when the organization say we're building around you, you're the guy. He took that baton from Cat. It was Cat. It was just crazy.
Yeah,
he's 22 years old. Like, who would you invest in?
I know. I'm not for. I feel he's just kind of small, a little undersized, but we'll see.
Did y'all see the new commercial?
He's 6'4".
Did y'all see the new commercial?
I didn't realize he was that short.
Yeah, young black king.
He's not
young black king.
Yeah.
Did you see you saw it? So I don't know if y'all sneaker history, what it's looking like, but y'all seen the band commercial with Jordan, where they had the pan down and they banned the sneakers back in the day. Yeah. It was a nod to that when they had him kind of panning down to the sneakers and all that. Because how they be saying he and Jordan is like, that's his illegitimate son.
Low key, I see it.
You got it.
I see it. Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm pulling for the Timberwolves. I mean, I low-key always been a slight Timberwolves fan since KG. KG was like, back in the day, AI was my favorite player, but then KG was always my second favorite player. So I've always been a slight Timberwolves fan. So I would love to see them go deep in the playoffs, pause. I would love to see them, do their thing. And honestly, Anthony Edwards is my favorite young player, just personality-wise and, how he hoops. But with this game, we're gonna have to see if that jumper is gonna stay consistent. With him, he's a slasher getting to the cup, and then you got Cat, who's a big man that like to shoot threes. I mean, that could be a recipe for disaster down the stretch and clutch situations. So we're gonna see how that shakes out for him as well.
That's facts. It's all who they keep and what pieces they keep around and who they start trading after. Okay, they're 29, 28. Got to get rid of them, right? So it depends on what pieces they put around.
Future looking bright. How old is that?
They need a new guard. I think they need another
27,
28. I would have said 28. I think I'm gonna look up.
Check. Yeah, but yeah, no, they got a good balance, and I think you got to get Mike Conley a chip. He at that point.
Indiana legend.
He's 28.
Indiana legend.
Indiana, yep. You know what I'm saying? And a good dude, seemed like he like a professional, does everything by the book. You feel me? And he deserves a chip at some point.
They had him on a pregame podcast, didn't they? Yeah,
Mike Conley. Yeah. Shout out to the pod. They put up to the crib.
Shout out to the pregame. Man, Jeff Teague and them going crazy with their little indie podcast. Shout out to Jeff.
I told my man, I told DJ, I was like, bro, that's the best.
They're going crazy. They going crazy. Shout Shout out to Indy, man. Shout out to.
We don't hate on Stick to the Code. We don't hate over
Nah,
here.
it's all love.
We give flowers.
Oh, yeah,
we
you
give
see,
flowers.
Naptown, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Shout out to Naptown. My
Absolutely.
wife
Shout
from
out,
Indy.
shout out to the pregame podcast as well.
Shout out to pregame.
What's next? What's next on the list, Elves?
What's next? We got. Let's move over to. I hate to keep going back to these niggas, bro, but let's go back over. Let's go over to LA. Let's go over to Los Angeles. The Clippers are still winless since they got James Harden, which is very tough. What do y'all think?
How many games?
Six games in a row.
I was gonna say 6. I think it's been 6.
3 is like okay, but 6 is unacceptable. It's unacceptable.
I don't know if y'all seen their last game. The Clippers.
The Nuggets.
Was they playing the Clippers?
They played the Nuggets.
Yeah, I feel like they was looking a little more comfy. They was looking more decent, but I don't know how y'all feel. Do y'all feel like this is something that could really work?
You don't want to run into the Nuggets when you're on a loser.
Maybe you having troubles, you know what I mean?
But they competed in that game, so I guess that's a plus.
No.
But I'll let somebody else take. Go ahead, Devin.
I mean, Clippers weren't good before James Harden. They're not good after James Harden. So I don't want nobody here blaming James Harden for the Clippers being cheeks, because this is what they are. I mean, they're small again, Zubox.
Small as fuck.
After that, they have nobody. Now you have I feel bad for Ty Lue because you gotta juggle all these egos. Zubac goes out, doesn't come in most of the fourth quarter. Russ goes out with 6 minutes left.
Why did Zubac not come back in? Why does Zubac not
exactly?
come back in?
I was so confused.
That's y'all only because you know why? Probably because they wanted PJ Tucker in. He wanted Russ and PG and Kawhi in. Kawhi is still good, but
is a mistake.
He's not the same player.
Like coaching
Paul George is
too many egos.
It just doesn't fit. The team doesn't fit.
So I saw a great take. I'll give credit where credit is due. Ball Don't Stop on Instagram. He said that they need to stagger the offense. They need to have 2 of them at all times.
That's what they did in Denver. That's what they did when they played Denver. They had James Harden and Kawhi playing together, and they had PG and Rusty. They had PG and Rusty.
That's decent. That's decent.
And it kind of worked.
Because what
chemistry.
What it does, it gives chemistry, and it gives you a chance because you don't have to start the same 2 every game. You can say, hey, Kawhi and Rusty, you start this game. Next game, it could be the other 2 niggas because that gives you an opportunity.
They all still starting. I feel like
starting off, it's congested. That all 4 of them,
James Harden and Russell Westbrook on the court at the same time,
they can watch baseball games together and all that stuff. But I'm talking like when they play together, one of them needs to be on the bench and one of them needs to come off, and that will make them more comfortable with different types of rotations. Because if you keep the other 3 the same, now those 2 have experience with those 3. Next game, the other 2 have experience with those 3, and they have experience with the bench. So you're building more chemistry that way.
And to Devin's point,
that's a good ass idea. That's a good ass coaching. That's a good ass coaching. You know what I'm saying? Tidbit, PD. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't even think of that.
It won't work.
My boy.
It won't work.
Talk to me. Why not Devil? Thank you, Jizzle. But why Devil?
Because if you just switching lineups every day, you mess with players' ego. You messing with chemistry. This day. At the end of the day, bro, it's just not a good fit. All 4 of them need the ball to be good. They all need the ball to be good. They're not great off-ball players. They're not great catch-and-shoot players. They're small. They're small.
I ain't necessarily saying you start them. I ain't necessarily saying you start them each game, but stagger the offense to where it's always 2 of them in a game. I like that idea.
Yeah, but basketball,
I feel like they both could start out.
Bro, you start them all
situational. You can't be like, you could be like, okay, Kawhi and James Harden, y'all play the first 6 minutes. That sounds good on paper, but when that ball goes up, guess what? In 6 minutes, if y'all, depending on how the game flow is going, you might not need to take them out. So you can't just have it always be like, okay, you have to have counters for everything you want to do because basketball don't just stay the same, but they don't work together. They're small defensively. After Zubac, who do you have? as a big man.
That's their big problem. Like,
They don't.
They have no.
And
big-
offensively,
they have no
offensively,
The 4 and 5.
and offensively, they
4 and
suck
5.
too. Because it's like your turn, my turn. It's a whole bunch of your turn, my turn
No,
basketball.
yeah,
Paul
ball.
George trying to play hero ball.
Reminds me
Like,
of a certain team.
We out
The
of
team
the
is not good.
we out of the super team era.
It's a temporary
We're out of the
fix.
Super team
That's
era.
a fact.
Like,
That's
they got to
a fact.
move that ball around. Even with the Warriors, granted, they was a super
This
team.
is not a super team.
But like
This is
even
not a
with, even
super
with
team.
KD, like they're all moving the
Super
ball. Like they stuff was fluid. Like it wasn't no ISO ball. Like the Clippers. Well, you got James Harden, ISO king. Russell Westbrook, ISO king. Like Kawhi. I mean, he's Kawhi Leonard, but even him, give me the
He need
ball.
the ball. He
Give
need
me
the
the
ball.
clear out. Paul George, okay, he could move without the ball a little bit, but even him, like it's just that's not. This is going to be too congested. When you down the stretch, that ISO shit is just not going to work against the Denver Nuggets, a team that's moving like a well-oiled machine. Like, no, it's not going to work.
And to clarify, my staggered offense thing, that or not mine, but the idea that is a temporary fix for your current situation. Ultimately, like you're saying, Dev, this is not a good team. This is not a good roster. It doesn't.
What do you
fit.
think their ceiling?
It's not balanced. It's not consistent.
What do you think their ceiling is?
That's a big thing.
Their ceiling is like how high up do y'all think they get in the West? I mean,
They're playing team.
they're playing team.
Yeah, I think they out the first. They can get out the first round.
And I think they're playing to get into the first round, if that. They have no chemistry. Like you said, there's no chemistry, there's no cohesion, and there's no consistency.
I mean, they got Ty Lue. If anybody can make something shake, I think Ty Lue can make something shake.
Wow, he ain't special.
We have to understand that LeBron made that.
LeBron. He said LeBron. No, but they do say a key part of them winning was Ty Lue treating the fuck out of LeBron. They said that was that's what they said.
That's cool. That's cool. But basketball, you need the players, and the Clippers don't got the players. They're gassed up, and the only reason we're talking about
got
them.
Some players.
No, they don't. Listen, the only reason we're talking about the Clippers because you're stuck on these childhood names of Russell Westbrook and James Harden. Hey, they washed. They're not the same. It's a reason. It's a reason. It's a reason Russ been on 6 teams in 7 years. It's a reason James Harden been on 4 teams in 5 years. Paul George and Kawhi Leonard can't stay healthy. These are the facts. That's why they got James Harden. We're just waiting on one of them to get hurt. They're not good. They're not good. These are a whole bunch of losers on a team. The Clippers culture
Kawhi's not a loser.
Okay.
Yeah, Kawhi's definitely not a loser. Kawhi's definitely not a loser. PJ Tucker definitely not a loser. PJ Tucker got a ring.
Clipper culture is a bunch of losers. That's what they do. You saw Ty Lue. No, you saw Lemon Pepper Lou get on Paul George podcast and say they didn't win in the bubble because I heard that. No, you're lying. You're lying because you're up 3-1. This is what they do. Okay, and Kawhi Leonard, yeah, bro, you were very fortunate to have Tim Duncan in San Antonio. Congratulations, you got you in Toronto. But this is over, bro. This team is cheeks.
Niggas love shitting on Kawhi though. We ain't gonna just
I love Kawhi. Kawhi was.
Let's talk about
second best player in the league at one point.
Okay,
but
wait. I disagree. I disagree with PD saying they're a playing team, bro.
What you think?
It's still
they're higher.
We in the second month of the season, bro. Yes, bro. I feel like they're gonna be higher, bro.
Why?
I feel like they're gonna be.
It's gonna.
I feel like
if
I honestly think this is just me talk, and I hate to do this because I'm shitting on my team, but I feel like they're gonna be better. I feel like the Warriors are gonna be below them, bro, by the end of the year.
Can we see who? Can y'all see who the Clippers?
The Nuggets.
You know who the Clippers beat?
They ain't beat nobody.
Before they got James Harden. They beat the Portland Trailblazers. They beat the Spurs and the Orlando.
They beat nobody.
And the Orlando Magic. That's
they played the champions fairly well
without Jamal Murray. So let's start with that. Jamal Murray did not play. No. They had a close game against the Nuggets without their second best player.
Okay, and this is the early stages of their project. Let's
Okay. This is why I hate what people do. Oh, it's too early in the season. Well, 10 games turns into 20, 20 turns into 30, 30 turns into 40. So you can't beat nobody. You lost to the Memphis Grizzlies without Ja Morant. They got nobody. They have nobody.
And so in my job, right, we not only look at wins and losses, we look at acceleration. they are decelerating very, very quickly. They're not getting better. You know what I'm saying? It's not like they're on a winning streak or whatever. They're not better than the Nuggets.
Acceleration.
What they upcoming
Mavericks
calendar? What the upcoming schedule looking like?
Man,
I'm not sure, but I'm telling you, the Rockets look like a way more cohesive team than the Clippers do, and they have no veteran leadership. That's not a good sign.
This is facts.
He said he's not signed. That's not.
To be honest, looking at the West, the Nuggets, the Mavericks, the Timberwolves, the Rockets, the Thunder, the Kings, the Warriors. I mean,
since Kawhi Leonard's been in LA, what gives y'all indication that they're gonna be any good?
I mean, the early stages.
Great point.
Time out. My pops is in the chat. Pops, what up? What up?
Oh, that's
what's good? What's up?
Mr. Cali legend.
Edwards, Mr. Peter Edwards.
Yeah, it's a Cali legend right
Salute a legend. Salute a legend.
I told you I'm bringing them out. I'm bringing them out today.
I see. You got the ones in the chat.
Continue.
Yeah, I'm just saying, since the Clippers have been this Clippers team, what gives y'all any indication they're gonna do anything different they've been doing the last 4 years?
Yeah.
Nothing.
Kawhi the year before they got there. That's it.
That's it.
The year before he got there.
So Kawhi before how many injuries?
Yeah.
So because it's almost like I don't even know what he's injured for. I just know he's out. I just know he'd be out.
He got a chronic knee injury, like, and that's I
thought he had a chronic quad injury.
Like dang on near like arthritis. They was saying like
it says degenerative. Like he got like some.
But even if the Clippers somehow win the next 20 games straight, guess what? When the playoffs start, guess what? You know, I know a few things is guaranteed.
That's a
Russell Westbrook gonna turn the ball over, miss threes. James Harden gonna disappear. Kawhi Leonard gonna get hurt.
And Paul George might get hurt.
Paul George gonna hit the side of the backboard or get hurt. I can guarantee you that one of those 5 things is gonna happen.
That's a fact. I mean, and that's
have a wedgie.
To me, that's the biggest issue. If we had a healthy Kawhi, we had a healthy Kawhi, a reliable Paul George, it's a whole different story. Like,
no, it's not the same thing.
I'm saying if Kawhi is reliable, we talking about like he's not hurt.
And we haven't seen that in a long time.
And that's a fact. That's
when in Paul George's career
Kawhi
has he
could
ever
put a
been
team
reliable?
on his back himself. He could carry.
I'm talking about Kawhi.
Kawhi could put a team on his back himself if he was actually in the shape to do so, but he's just not. We haven't seen that in years.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about the team.
It's been so.
We can go talk about the team.
The Lake Show.
Clippers in the basement. Yeah, because I've been waiting to see about your boy.
All right,
who's the boy?
AD. Talking about that last game, AD.
We can go to the other side.
Let's
go.
Let's talk about
it.
I can't defend. Hold on 1 second. Hold on. Yeah, y'all go ahead.
He said defend it.
Let's go to the other side of the crypto.com arena. You feel me?
He said he got a call. He said, I'm busy right now. I got a call.
Anthony Davis put up, 9 points?
No, he had 4 blocks. He got the $168 million extension. So, you know, it's like when you get paid all this money, bro, we got expectations for you. And I think people didn't realize that last time. You know what I'm saying?
And we get to get on your ass.
I'm not gonna get on the girl that works the register at Walmart like I would the CEO if something goes wrong. You know what I'm saying?
Talk about it.
So I just wanted to hear what Eli got to say about Anthony Davis, because old man LeBron had 28, 12, and 10.
He had a triple-double.
Your point guard had 4 times as many points as you did, and he's a distributor, and he also had like 11 assists. So that's what I'm saying. I would rather have a 20 and 10 AD rather than 40 points, 10 rebounds,
and then 5 points. Like, come on, bro.
Like that, we pay you for consistency. That's what I'm saying. You're stealing the church's money. You are. Like, the tithes and offerings are being misappropriated. Straight up. I don't think anybody's going to disagree amongst us three, but it's it's at this point where maybe LeBron looks to do something elsewhere. If it's not with the Lakers or something else, and AD, man, like, you got to pair up with somebody at this point. You're not him.
And that's okay. It's
okay. You're still an NBA player. You're top 100 player in the league and in the world.
Y'all think they should go get Zach LaVine?
No.
DeRozan
For what?
They should.
Listen, I've been saying this rule for years, and it's almost bulletproof. If you want to win a title in the NBA, in the history of the NBA, you go through the whole history of the NBA. You need a top 5-7 player in the league on your team. Point blank, period. Mm-hmm. If you don't have that, you're not winning. Let's start with that.
AD a top 5-75?
No, he is not.
Oh, you said 5 to 7
top
player?
5, usually the top 5 to 7
player. Oh, I thought you said top 75 player. I'm like, he a top 75.
That's not what he said. That's not what he said.
I thought that's what he said. I thought that's
everybody has won a title in the last 20 years, and has been the best player on that team has been a top 75 player, or is going to be one.
There was a take last week. I think it was Eli that said that that Anthony Davis is a top 5 big man in the league right now. I don't agree with that.
He is.
Talk about it.
Name five.
Talk about it.
Better than him.
I would take.
Give me Bam.
Giannis.
Fuck you talking about?
Give me Bam. Give me Joel. Give me Jokic.
Bam.
Right?
Bam.
I would take Sagoon. I would take Sagoon from Houston before him right now. How he's playing.
You motherfucking tweaking. You are
be more consistent.
Sengun from Houston over Anthony Davis.
I would because he's hungry.
I would have been like, okay, if you would have said some bonus from Sacramento, but you said Sengun from Houston, bro.
I can do that hyperbole because this is how inconsistent
he shouldn't even be able to say Sabonis. He shouldn't even be able to say Sabonis.
You gave me fifth.
I know he shouldn't be able to say Sabonis, but he said Sengun, nigga. That's what I'm saying.
I have a feeling you don't even watch Sengun, so.
No, it
don't matter if I don't watch Sengun, bro. Is he better than Sabonis?
This man said it don't matter if I don't watch Sengun.
But he's better. He's more consistent than Anthony Davis. He's more. Is Zion a big man? I'll give Zion then. Okay, there.
Okay, I'll give you Zion.
Even on a defensive level, I would take.
I'm playing like Chiefs this year anyway. But I get what PD's saying. But AD, he's better than all these people that. Besides the
Victor
Wembanyama. No, besides the big three, the Embiid.
Besides the niggas he need to beat.
Right, but that's the problem, bro. AD, you were supposed to be as good. It's not all on AD. I mean, who is Darvin Ham? I keep asking that question. Nobody seems to ever answer it because I don't know who that guy is and where he came from. No, I don't remember anybody saying, you know what, I think the Lakers need Darvin Ham. I don't like. Where did you come from, my guy? I know that you got shot.
Is that the real concept?
Bro, he was replacing a nobody.
I mean, listen,
he was replacing a nobody. He was replacing Frank Vogel.
Y'all replaced. I mean, these NBA GMs, they're just doing bonehead plays. Y'all replaced
Frank Vogel got a ring.
Y'all replaced y'all championship coach. Y'all thought y'all needed Russ. I mean, these players aren't the like I said. The scouting report. The scouting report is out on Alex Caruso. I mean, it is what it is. LeBron. The truth is, you're not going to win. And that's okay.
You mean Austin Reeves?
Yeah, whatever.
You're not.
White boy. How does that white boy Rick?
That's racist.
Report is out on white boy
racist. That's racist.
The point is, the Lakers. You're not gonna win. You're old. It's okay. The West is loaded, but it's low key wide open.
He said, Dan Marley got to sit on the bench.
That's tough. He said, we got Steve Blake in this one.
I mean,
whoever you would go.
Hey, that's what the Lakers need to get. The Lakers need to get Alex Caruso.
They let him go. He came to the crib. Fuck is you talking about? Let's talk about the Bulls.
Let's not.
Yeah, let's do it. I wish Josh was here so I could have more than just me and Devin to talk about this shit.
We've been saying blow it up since season 1, game 1.
Season 1, episode 1 of this motherfucker. We talking about blowing this bitch up. So right now it's been a lot of trade talks with your boy Zach LaVine. I think I've seen the 76ers are very interested. I've seen the Lakers are very interested. For me personally, like I just said, we've been waiting on this shit to happen a long time ago. I've been ready to rip the Band-Aid off, however you want to call it, to get these niggas up out of here. I'm gonna ask this question for Devin. What scenario in the sense of them blowing it up will satisfy you, or does it not matter what they get back? You just want them to just get rid of everybody.
The question you have to ask: what's your goals as a Bulls fan? If your goal is to
Let me before you wait, real quick. I'm gonna just answer that question. I would say if as a Bulls fan, you want us to blow the team up and to put us on a trajectory to eventually be competing, I would say maybe in the next 5 years.
Draft picks. I mean, that's it. I mean, at the end of the day, there is no superstar out there that's available, that's going to be available that the Bulls can get that I feel like, you know what, yeah, we're on the up and up. I mean, you need a special type of player, so y'all better hopefully go for the draft. I mean, if you're gonna get rid of Levine, don't be stupid because I'm hearing rumors that y'all want to keep DeMar DeRozan. He old, get rid of him too. Patrick Williams,
he older than Levine.
Yeah, Patrick Williams, y'all phone with the bat, get rid of him. Alex Caruso,
never coming back.
Alex Caruso to me is really the only one on the team.
Coming back in January.
They should really keep. Their management is bad. I mean, they suck. They don't care about winning.
Front office is bad. Trade the front office.
So I mean, at the end of the day,
get rid of the whole franchise.
The problem is Zach LaVine is in a tricky situation. He
y'all
has
need to move. That's what y'all need to do.
He's talking ridiculous. The Bulls on the Bulls on a tough situation because they
need to go to Evanston.
They're gonna quickly realize that Zach LaVine is gonna be hard to trade because he's not really worth that much. He costs too much, and the NBA is going away from 3 stars. And if I'm Philly, I don't need Zach LaVine for what?
How many years do we have left on this deal? I think Philly do need another piece, not necessarily LaVine though. Not LaVine.
Why do they need another piece for?
They need a point guard.
Tyrese Maxey cooking.
And Tyrese Maxey needs. Needs somebody to get him involved. He needs a distributor.
No, he is. I want the ball in his hand. I want the ball.
He had the ball in his hand when they played Boston, and it didn't really work.
I mean, okay, that was on the back. I mean, I'm not. But see, the thing about NBA games, bro, like I'm not looking at like that Boston game. I mean, granted, Boston didn't have Jaylen Brown and Porzingis.
What was the game at? Was it in Boston? It
doesn't matter. It doesn't matter where it was at. It was also a back-to-back for Philly, so you can. That's
fair.
Loss.
That's fair.
And then they have people. So NBA is a long season, but Philly looks good to me. They're the third, or really the second best team in the East.
Yeah.
What you say? Boston, Philly, Milwaukee.
Second.
Milwaukee, man, we're gonna talk about them. Yeah. I don't like them, but
I'm saying that's what I'm saying. You said Boston, Philly, Milwaukee.
Dame had a nice game the other day. He came back.
That's who the East is gonna run through. It's gonna be one of them 3 teams in the finals, barring injury. So,
I think this is their year to get to the finals. I know we're kind of on a tangent right now, but right now when we talked about congestion with the Clippers offense, I mean. Everywhere you go with Harden, there's no flow to the offense. Now there's a flow to the offense. Now they got Maxey coming off pin downs. Now Tobias Harris is starting to get a little more activated. They have just a more free-flowing, trusting offense. And now, Joel can do what he needs to do in the middle. So I see them as number 1 in the East.
Come on, Philly?
I think number they 1? Can beat. I think they can beat Boston. I think they can beat Boston in a 7-game series.
So what do you think was their issue when they just played yesterday?
I mean, it's still early in the season, like you said, the back-to-back type of situation, like that. All of those, it doesn't matter. I'm just looking at how the roster is constructed, and if the playoffs were to start today on a 7-game series, I think that they just have more pieces right now. I think Porzingis versus Joel. Is that their 5? Is Porzingis their 5?
Give me Joel.
Okay.
Do you trust Joel though? Do you trust Joel
more than Kristaps? Yes.
No, it's not. No, it's not about trusting because Kristaps is at best he could be anywhere between the 2nd or the 4th option on that team. Joel Embiid has to be that man. He can't disappear. Porzingis can afford to disappear in the playoff series a little bit because he gonna have other people to pick him up.
I think Embiid could take a back seat to Maxey though.
No, he can't. No, like I said, if you want to win a title. You need a top 5 to 7 player in the league. And Joel Embiid is that.
So I don't mean every game. I mean like in certain situations.
But I'm telling you, if Philly wants a chance, Embiid, he can't be having games in the past where he not touching the ball 5 minutes. He dropping 10 points. No,
of course.
I don't care what Maxey do. Joel Embiid, if y'all want to win, you better at least give me 25 and 12.
At this point, I trust Embiid ability. Like I don't know if y'all seen that game. He had like 28 in a quarter. I trust his ability, but do I trust his health,
availability?
Like that to me would be the issue. Now, if he can stay healthy all year, I don't think he'll have a problem. To Devin.
Has that been an issue as of late? I think. Yeah, I don't think it's the health. I think it's wanting to be that man.
I think it has been that issue up until like last year.
So what
happened last year? Was him being healthy.
What happened last year?
Last year you can put it on him. What I'm saying, up until that, I feel like the issue was him being healthy.
But I feel like he's arrived now. I feel like now he knows he's the man. Like
he got the MVP.
Like he knows he's the man.
He had to be playing okay, right?
He got the MVP. He got the MVP last year and dropped the egg.
But what we're saying is prior to that, it wasn't due to.
Did he drop the egg or was James Harden congesting that offense?
It was both of them. It was both of them. Joel Embiid has there's no hate on Joel Embiid. He's the second best big man in the league. He has a tendency. He has a lot of issues and things that he needs to consistently work on. One, he shoots too many mid-range jump shots. He don't be posting people up enough. He love to sit around the three-point line.
Yeah, that's some Steph Curry. That's some lazy shit. But
this year he been on that shit this year. Like
I want to say it consistently.
He been getting easy buckets this year. Like he been impressive
consistently. We're gonna see. But the biggest thing with the 76ers, they got rid of the most overrated coach of all time. That's why they better.
True.
It's about Doc.
Yeah.
And not a great commentator. I've not enjoyed him.
Austin Rivers is a better commentator. Austin Rivers is a better commentator than folks. He on NBA Today.
I'm saying, hey, nepotism is fine. He following that path because I remember when Doc Rivers used to be a commentator back in the '90s. Like when he first stopped playing, he was a lot better than he is now. That Oscar the Grouch voice, I hate it. Hate it.
I hope Philly make it, man. I need to see a Philly versus Denver final.
Back to they loss yesterday. The game was in Boston, right?
Yeah.
See, in a 7-game series, like it's not. I don't think it's just like the Celtics are miles ahead of them because they beat them when they was in Philly. You know what I'm saying? I think that'll be a conference finals match.
Y'all talking about trust? Like, do y'all trust Jason Tatum? Do y'all trust Jaylen Brown? Like,
never have I ever.
Like, come on now. Like, who you trust more, Jason Tatum or Joel Embiid?
Jason Tatum.
That's a tough.
Look at history. Look at history. History will tell you who to trust. There's no reason.
I trust Jason Tatum's health.
Who did Jason Tatum beat last year? Did he beat Philly?
If we're talking about in relation to the rest of the East, give me Jason Tatum
every time of the week.
If we're talking about to win a championship, give me none of them niggas. Give me none of them niggas.
I don't think
one of them niggas.
Joel Embiid is one of the only MVPs to never make it out the second round. But that's your MVP because he got the Here Negro Dang Award last year.
You ain't gonna give Joel no credit, like he don't be fucking killing, like the nigga.
He do kill.
He do be killing. But if you ask me who I trust,
it's about in the.
Give me the nigga who been to the finals. Give me the nigga who went to the finals.
Bro, I don't care.
But MVP is a regular season. Like we can't even talk about.
Okay, and no, I ain't talking about playoffs in the regular season. He wasn't all that because in the regular season he ducked smoke.
When he sat out,
y'all let it ride.
That was bogus.
He ducked smoking, and y'all let it ride.
This is a new generation. This is a new generation where if you win MVP, that doesn't mean that you're the best player in the league and your team's going to win the championship.
That's always been the case. That's always been the case.
No. Back in the '90s, well, him, yeah. Like, I'm looking. Maybe I'm too old school, but when Jordan won an MVP, they was going to win a championship. When Magic won an MVP, they was going to win a championship. When Bird won an MVP, they was going to win a championship. It's not the same thing anymore. They almost play 2 different seasons and play with 2 different types of intensity.
What's the goal for the 76ers to win the title, right?
Yeah.
No. Name me the MVP in the last few years that's won MVP and we didn't expect them to win the title.
Who was MVP?
Because it's only been international boys for the last 5 years anyway.
Because Giannis, right?
I mean, I feel like Giannis' first time winning, we didn't have that team. We didn't have that team pegged to win shit that year.
But you should do something. But the point is, even when Joel Embiid losing is fine. But when you lose and you don't show up and you disappear in a game 7 and you wet the bed and you make excuses and you don't touch the ball for 5 minutes and you don't have winners and tangibles and you duck all the smoke and you cry, yeah, we're going to get on you.
He was doing that ugly cry. He did that ugly cry.
But he cried because he cared. He cried because he cared.
Nah, he don't
You
care.
can care and still lose, be a loser.
But Devin, I will say, not to, because I know you hate when I bring up other people.
I feel you, Pops. They do need a heart transplant.
Let's just have the same energy for Luka, because Luka to me,
I do have the same energy. You know what Luka did? Luka went to the Western Conference Finals, lost to the Warriors, who end up winning the finals. So with a team that wasn't supposed to, Luka didn't have a amazing sidekick or an amazing team like Joel Embiid does. But see, the one thing about Luka, this is what people get wrong. Luka don't disappear in the playoffs. He elevates his game. His points per game actually goes up. So Luka plays better than James Harden, who disappears, or Joel Embiid, who disappears. When the Mavs lose, it ain't because Luka playing like cheeks. That's never the case so far.
Nah, it's the team. It's the cast.
It's not Luka. So we got the same energy for Luka.
I give you that.
Hey, they hooping right now though.
I give you that.
Number 2 in the West.
What they still looking like?
They ain't going nowhere either. Maybe second round. They can maybe make it second round. They got Luka and Kyrie, but their team is not constructed.
How long they got Kyrie for? Like 3 years, 4 years or something?
I think they got up after next season. After next season.
I feel like if they do decent this year, they can maybe attract one more star. Maybe get one more star.
They need a decent 3 or 4.
They need a big man. They need a good big man.
That's what it is. They need
Dwight
a big man.
Powell,
They don't need no more guards,
cool,
forwards. They need a big man.
He looked like he cried when he get a boot.
Who you putting on that team, Devin, that's gonna make them big man wise? Like who insert on their team right now?
Anthony Davis.
Damn, trade for AD. But they're gonna have to send Kyrie. There ain't no trades happening between them niggas and Kyrie not leaving.
That's what we was trying to do that 2 years ago anyway.
I think they should go get DeAndre Ayton.
Whole
time.
Where did Ayton go? Where's Ayton?
He's been playing
exactly. He just saying
he's been playing. He's like averaging 8 points a game.
That's what I'm saying,
they don't need. I don't think they need him to score. They just need him to be big, bro. I just think
he's never been that. He's never been like a big.
Listen to what you're saying. You want them to get DeAndre Ayton and get rid of Anthony Davis, and you want DeAndre Ayton guarding Jokic? I think you pull the tape and see what happened last year when DeAndre Ayton guarded Jokic.
Okay, but besides AD, besides Ayton, like y'all said, big man for the Mavericks. Like if you, regardless of contracts, like who you insert into the Mavericks right now, and they're like, okay, championship team. Besides those two.
I can't say regardless of contracts. I don't know. They just
you don't need I don't think you need a dominant big man.
You don't need a dominant.
I don't think you need a dominant big man for the dynamics of their team, bro. I don't think you need a dominant big man, bro.
Yeah, what works best for the dynamic of the team? Like you just said, they need perimeter shooting.
They got perimeter shooting,
I'm saying they need to maintain that, AJ. You're right. Yeah. They have it. They need to maintain that. So a dominant big man would clog that up. If they got a Joel, if they got a Giannis, if they got any of those top 5 that we just mentioned, that would just mess up the whole flow.
You gotta think who they win a championship with before? Fucking Tyson Chandler. Was he a dominant big man? No.
Facts.
Are you doing this? Are you really trying to do this?
I'm just saying, bro, for the way their team is constructed, bro, you don't need a dominant big man that's gonna fucking score the ball. You just need a nigga to get the board.
I actually agree.
Bro. Just
go on YouTube and look at highlights of how it's a reason Phoenix got rid of DeAndre Ayton because he lazy. He don't.
Nigga, they went to the finals with DeAndre Ayton. They went to the finals, bro.
Not because of DeAndre Ayton.
And you're talking many moons ago. You're talking many moons ago.
Because of Luka and Kyrie, bro.
You're talking many moons ago. You don't just need a big. You need to start watching these bigs. There's a reason DeAndre Ayton is cheap. It's a reason DeAndre Ayton can't do nothing in Portland when they suck.
The league in offensive rebound.
And he can barely do anything in Portland. Like, get off these names and start looking at them playing. DeAndre Ayton is lazy. You don't want him. You need somebody just to get rebounds. Luka lead the team in rebounds right now. Like
That's because they don't have a rebounding big. They got the White Powell.
okay. They had
That's all
JaVale
I'm saying,
McGee.
bro. Just
They don't have
a
enough.
nigga that's gonna get boards, bro.
One,
Florida
Luke and
Story
Kyrie to
Mavericks
me
not
is
a-
not a good pairing. It's not a good pairing for one.
I think that's their
You
best.
said who not a
bet.
good parent?
Luke and Kyrie is not a good pairing. So
I
I
agree.
said that. I said that when the trade first happened last year.
They what number 2 in the West right now? What are you?
Cool. What's their goal? Is their goal to win a title?
Hey, who if they beat though? Who if they beat?
Yeah, I mean, they still in this. I mean, they're not gonna. I mean, I don't.
They
I don't
good.
expect
Luka,
them-
that dude. I'm saying Luka could carry the team on his back very far. He's a top 5 player in the league. He's one of the best, the most offensively one of the best players in the NBA. Period. Point blank. Period. But
If you look at what's going to make a team successful is points in the
Who is
paint.
I am
and
King?
it's like what
They
you're
do
saying,
not do
AJ.
the same thing.
AJ,
Kyrie do not pass
Hey.
the ball like that nigga, bro. First of all,
that's not what I mean.
Hey,
It's about cohesiveness and what do you do to complement other people. Like if you look at the Denver Nuggets, not to talk about them, no one in their starting 5 does anything the same, and they all complement each other. That's why they work so good. You have MPJ who shoots threes. You have Aaron Gordon who's a slasher. You have Jokic who's the playmaker. You have Jamal Murray who's the shot creator. You have Caldwell Pope who's a 3 and D. Everybody on their team can shoot for the most part. They can spread it out. They have the ultimate playmaker. No one does anything the same really.
you do have a point. You do have a point there, but I just
and Jizzle and I Am King is family, so don't tweet. Don't
speaking
tweet,
on the
you know what I'm
Mavericks.
saying?
That's all I'm saying.
It's okay.
They need somebody. I said rebounding, points in the paint. They don't have that. They're relying on 3-point shooting, who's hot, and penetration of Kyrie Irving. That's not going to win you a championship. It'll sustain you. Only gets you so far. So you, like you saying, Jizzle, you need to have somebody on the boards. That's all they think about. They don't care about how many points per game that they're scoring. They need 12 to 15.
Luke and Kyrie gonna definitely win you some games, but like y'all saying, like how deep is that gonna take you?
Yep.
Hey,
I agree.
Can we talk about that? You got on that you dig that Big Baby Davis and Will Bynum.
Can I say one thing before we get into that? I think a good destination would be for Zach LaVine and for DeMar DeRozan going back to the Bulls. Ship one of them to New Orleans. I think New Orleans needs a 2-guard, like to play along with Zion, Brandon Ingram.
I think it's ready now.
CJ, I think that would take them.
You bring Zach LaVine, you gotta get one of them up. You're not keeping all of them. The contract too big.
Like maybe like a McCollum, Jose Alvarez, and some draft picks.
The money add up. I'm gonna tell you this right now. That's Brandon Ingram team.
I agree, but I just see them just going back and forth. Zion, Brandon Ingram going back and forth. They need to spread the floor a little bit more so you can get Zion to penetrate. If you get some other even a good corner 3 threat, somebody like that opens up so much more for Zion to do what he want to do because he's frustrated with the offense. I don't know if you saw that press conference where he's kind of a little bit frustrated with how they're running the offense through him. So that would open up the floor so he can kind of do his thing at the top of the key.
We frustrated with Zion, so it don't matter.
It says Zion up out of there.
You said Mariah Mills is frustrated.
Yeah, buddy. Hey, listen, I don't think.
Why you like Dallas, bro?
I don't think Zach LaVine a present. I don't think Zach.
Why you bringing up old shit?
Zach LaVine the biggest. I don't think. I mean, good riddance. Y'all can have him. Anybody can have him, really.
Man, get him off the team. Blow the bullshit up. I know I'm late. I know I left, but
we blowing it up.
Yeah,
blow it the fuck up. Push the goddamn button. Push the goddamn button.
I don't even want to say I don't want to bring up football, but much rather watch the Bears, even though the Bears suck. But I will. At least the Bears is like rebuilding right now. The Bulls is just
we prolonging that. The Bears are just ahead of where the Bulls need to be.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
The Bears.
But let's definitely talk about the Big Baby shit.
Oh, let's go.
Yeah, I'm not too well versed on this.
I ain't paying no attention to it. Old dude.
I see your boy got wrapped up into that shit too, Lo.
Man, that's
not my nigga Will.
I wanted to talk
Will
about that because
Bynum.
Loki Will Bynum's sister, his older sister, works at the school that I work for. Like she works at Israel School of Excellence, and like literally Will Bynum last
real?
year, he was about to coach or like help me coach the basketball team last year. Like I talked to him on the phone and everything. So seeing this shit is like, but I see why his sister was like hell bent on like getting him involved in the church because she was like, yeah, he's
On some other shit.
yeah, like I'm like,
All right,
and I see this, I was like,
I didn't know.
Let's just get into it real quick. This is gonna be our last topic. We can get the fuck out of here after this. But so basically, Big Baby Davis, Will Bynum, and about I think 18 or 19 other NBA players got found. Okay, I hear you. I see you. I see you.
Legend, bro.
Got convicted yesterday. They got convicted of basically trying to defraud the league on some health insurance shit. So the league had a policy in which where players could basically, typical health insurance shit. You could make a claim and they would reimburse you for like certain medical expenses, dental expenses. So basically what happened was Big Baby Davis and all these other players conspired to, run this kind of scheme and like fraud and defraud the league of about $5 million, approximately $5 million. They got found guilty of it. They're all facing very serious prison time. What was bro?
Years.
Yeah, Terrence Williams.
Sebastian Telfair.
Terrence Williams got booked for this exact same thing, or not exact same, but extremely similar.
No, same exact. It was the same ring. It was the same. It was all the same players.
Hey, Kobe cheated on his, the same ring, but he got booked on the same thing. Bro is Terrence Williams is doing 10 years right now. He got booked for 10 years. But he got booked last year, 2022. Got sentenced to 10 years. They do say the reason why he got so much time is because they looked at him as kind of the ringleader, and it was a couple other players that got booked with him. I forget their names, but they got significantly less time because they were looking at Terrence Williams as the kind of ringleader or whatever, or what have you.
Damn.
So man,
he was.
No, I was going to ask, how do y'all feel about this? I mean, I don't know if I got any comments. I don't even, this shit, when I first learned about it, I forgot that it had came out so long ago, and we just now getting the conviction and shit. But like,
you tried to scam the league, you got caught. Good luck.
Fact.
My thing about if you've seen the video of Big Baby Davis on the airplane,
I just saw that for the first time 2 days ago. 2 days ago, I saw that for the first time.
I'm surprised that he said Popeye's chicken. You know what I'm saying? Popeye. So he on a plane with like thousands of dollars, just
in a briefcase,
talking about like all these false allegations. Because he's gotten this charge, he's gotten a dope selling charge. He's gotten like a lot. Like they was really trying to do 7 streams of income. Like they was doing TED Talks on this. Like it's crazy. So I did some research. Big Baby, he made about $34 million for his entire NBA career. Right. The totality of all the players, Sebastian Telfair, Terrence
Darius
Williams,
Miles in that?
These two. No, I don't think so. They all collected $5 million as a group. So they splitting that between
18,
how many different
like 20 people, 19 people.
It was like 18 and everything.
So to me, one is the juice worth the squeeze. Like, come on, you made like how poor are you been with your finances? Like, where's the financial literacy courses to where these dudes don't have to go to these extreme means for little pay? Like why would that be worth it? You know what I'm saying?
They're broke.
They blew the bag. They blew the bag.
Is it too much tricking? Are they tricking?
I mean,
what are they doing?
I tell people this all the time. It doesn't matter that somebody makes X amount of money. If you don't know how to manage it, you don't know how to manage it. If you don't know how to manage money when you're making $30,000 a year, now if I give you $1 million a year, it's going to just be that much worse. That's how most people. That's how most people are. That's just how it goes. So how much he made don't matter. He probably didn't have no money. So you broke, hey, $100,000, a lot of money. You know, you got bills to pay, and especially if you're making $34 million in the NBA, where checks are just coming in, and then you get out, you still got that mortgage because you're not paying off your mortgage at the time you was in the NBA more than likely.
A millionaire.
They thought it was sweet. They thought it was sweet, in my opinion.
So then you don't make the same amount of money. So then now you got to downgrade. Now you're trying to scam the NBA because you need more money for your lifestyle. So,
bro, the video that Big Baby posted when that shit first came out, that tells you. They thought it was sweet, G. They thought it was sweet, folks. He posted a video on a private jet with Popeyes and a briefcase full of money.
Retarded.
When the shit came out, nigga, your lawyer is pulling his fucking hair out.
They thought they found the good scam.
He said, I will have my day in court. He said, I will have my day
Eating
in court.
Popeyes on a private jet is nasty. That's nasty.
Crazy. You better have got it from the fucking airport.
Why you eating Popeyes? Why you eating Popeyes on a private jet?
If I'm on a private jet, I'm not eating Popeyes.
If you got that Popeyes delivered to the runway,
I don't care if you got delivered.
You know what's so crazy?
You
know what's so crazy about this shit?
Who's filming all this? Who's filming
what's so
all
crazy
this? Who's
about
the dude
this
that's
shit?
just sitting there while you eating the Popeyes?
For me, the PJ was so small, folks. He was laying like this the whole time, bro. He had his neck was on the ceiling the whole fucking video.
What's so crazy about the shit is like, me and my fiance been watching that Tommy shit, the Force shit, the Power Force.
Yeah, he in that shit.
And he plays a role where he plays an inmate in Cook County Jail, bro. It is so fucking crazy, bro. King Kilo. That shit
on
is
the Power.
So
you talking about on Power? The Power stuff?
Yeah.
It's like the Power.
Tommy Power, the Chicago one.
The Tommy version
Force,
of the shit. He plays a whole ass inmate, bro.
Imitating life.
Imitating life,
art imitating life.
Man,
that shit is nuts.
Yeah,
it just like kind of to Petey point. Like it's like, what is the financial literacy looking like? Like, I think because like you said, they made millions, and it just seemed like for them to be taking this risk, like they taking scammer, they taking TF North scammer risk right now. Like y'all wasn't million. Like to me, y'all just.
Don't mean nothing.
Y'all damn near J-Rock, but
it means nothing how much they make. It means nothing.
Because, like you said, but do y'all think that the NBA should because these brothers is coming to a lot of bread coming to the league. Like
they have their self-responsibility. NBA has classes. NBA,
I got a theory though.
But if you don't know how to manage, it's like it's not an NBA, but it's America. That's the world.
That's
problem.
true. That's
Most people
true.
don't.
But any job, I feel like on some America shit, on some of the world shit, the job don't really truly give a fuck about.
And it's not their responsibility.
It don't.
It's on the person.
They
writing that. They should. They should care.
But look though,
they writing that check. That's their responsibility.
At the end of the day, these niggas are horny. They tricking. That's what it is. They are horny and they're not disciplined.
But you gotta
understand. Going to Dallas every weekend.
Another thing though. Just looking at Big Baby Davis and Will Bynum, that era of players, bro. A lot of them came into the league after LeBron. After you know what I'm saying, they was fairly like if they should still all be in the league if the game hadn't changed. So like, I feel like it plays.
After LeBron is not recent. That's still a long ass time
recent.
ago.
It's not recent.
LeBron.
What I'm saying within the last
2005 instead of 2003.
No, what I'm saying. No. What I'm saying.
He's 37, AJ.
Big Baby Davis.
He's 2 years younger than LeBron.
Oh, damn.
Hey, dudes our age are starting to get out the league. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. Like
09.
That's
what I'm saying.
Like,
Big Baby Davis came in like 05, 04. So he way older than dudes that is already retired right now.
Damn.
Well, LeBron's the oldest nigga in the league. He's 38. He's number one.
Damn. I'm just saying that crop. There needs to be more niggas. Just didn't. I feel like none of them would manage their money right.
I mean, if you watch the documentary Broke on the internet,
exactly the 30.
Right.
Well,
a lot of them are broke.
Look, kind of like bro saying, "I am."
Look
king.
at Joe Smith. Look at Joe Smith
I am
right
king
now.
Saying like, I slightly do agree. I mean, it's not the league's responsibility, but it's like this is kind of like an issue. Like you're signing young ass niggas that came from literally nothing to millions overnight at times, like.
And you're making so much more.
I don't know what they have in place. What they have in place to like,
Can't save everybody.
That's fact.
But that's another thing.
You can't save everybody, but you can make.
But that's another thing, right?
Okay,
none of these players are in a league. None of these players are in a league. Did they get the chance to retire to receive a pension? Like, I know,
but
it's players that retired that still receive a pension, bro. That's what I'm saying.
It's ultimately on them, though. At the end of the day, if I came up on $1 million tomorrow and I blow that shit the next day, like I can't blame nobody but my damn.
Ain't nobody making them make them purchases.
But what if you had, nigga? What if imagine you was the brokest? Think about the brokest you ever been your entire life.
I'm broke right now, shit.
Okay, but you're not your brokest, nigga. Think about the brokest you ever been, and imagine you woke up the next day and you had $1 million in your pocket.
But these niggas work.
Do you
17, 18 years?
Wait.
It's overnight. It's not overnight.
It's not overnight.
They work their whole life.
They working
overnight. It's
financially.
overnight in the sense of. Overnight in the sense of. Sorry, Petey. It's overnight in the sense of. You change from how much money you had this day to how much money you had this day.
But it ain't like you hit the lottery.
Y'all look at it on a basic level.
It's like you hit the lottery, but you was practicing for a long time.
I've been through a similar situation. I've been through a similar situation, bro. And I will tell you this:
you got signed to the NBA?
No, what I'm saying is, I came into a large lump sum of money. And that shit was gone by the time my second.
Your ass back,
bro. No, but y'all ain't have to look at it. You don't have to look at it on the NBA level. You can look at
$300 infant coats and shit.
You can look at it on a level of a normal. You can look at it on a level of a normal person like me and you. Think about it. Let's just say somebody works at Walmart and they make $1,500 every 2 weeks, and they're surviving off of that, like, because that's your cap. That's what you make. And then some people, they get promoted. So you go from making $1,500 every 2 weeks. Now let's say you're making $2,500 every 2 weeks. So now you got $1,000 pay raise. You know what most people do?
Spend more money.
You know what? Hey, guess what? My car paid off, but since I'm making more money, I'm buying a new car. I'm buying more expensive clothes. Now I'm subscribed to more things. So guess what? Now you can't live off of that $1,500 anymore, even though you make $2,500 because your expenses went up. It's the same thing on a bigger scale with them. Oh, I'm in the NBA. I get my first contract. Now I got my second contract. I'm gonna buy a big old mansion. But guess what? In 10 years, I'm not in the NBA no more. But I still have the same expenses because the world don't care that you lost your job. They want their money. That's how the game goes.
All I want to say, real quick, and then whoever can jump in. I just want to say, nigga, having more money, it don't matter, does not mean you have more financial literacy, bro. Just putting money in a nigga pocket don't mean that they know how to spend that shit.
That's my point. Money don't solve problems.
Y'all.
So that's where it should fall on the league. It should fall. Does it
fall on your job if you spend all your money?
You have to be.
Does it fall on the strip club?
You have to be. Intentional.
Wait, hold on. Does your job? Wait, hold on. Does your job not
taxes?
How do you get a 401k from not having a job or from having a job? And your job saying you should put this much money up and save that shit.
No.
That's what that is.
But no, what I'm saying is
you can apply that same thing on a lower level to niggas that have way less education.
People on our level are 401k,
but like, okay, you coming from nothing. We could give you a little more help.
I hate to take it here, but like, to be honest, like 75% of the league, like, not to make it a race thing, but like us as a community, like we're just not educated on finances. Like we're not used to having money. We don't have. It's not like our parents or our grandparents is used to having money and teaching us about money. Like, so I feel like that in regards to the athletics, specifically the NFL and the NBA, like we're gonna continuously see things of this nature because they're not, like, Muggs is not educated on how to manage money as a whole.
Can I piggyback off of that? I want to piggyback off it. So if y'all watched the show back in the day, the football show, and the light-skinned dude that was like super cheap about everything, and he always wanted to say, you have to be like that. Like you not only have, exactly. You have to be uber intentional because not only do you have to just worry about the expenditures. You don't have to worry about the expenditures. There's people who are trying to steal your money. Your agents are trying to steal your money. Your managers are trying to steal your money. Everybody is out to get you, and they're counting on you not only the financial literacy, but they're counting on you not checking your bank statements or checking if they're siphoning funds and doing all this other stuff. Because when you get more money, more leeches come out and more people try to intentionally try to make you out or try to do you bad. You know what I'm saying? So you have to
That's what
have a
happened.
good team. You have
That's
to
what
have your
happened to Dennis
lawyer.
Rodman.
You have to have lawyers watching your lawyers.
And that's the thing when you you don't have people like you don't just have a gang of people just sitting around that know how to manage money like that. You have to, but
we don't have that in our family.
But to Devin point though, like I mean, these are excuses. Like to me, like even like bro said in the chat, you worked your whole life to become an NBA player. You would think that you would think outside of just playing basketball. Like you would think that you need to start educating yourself on when you actually come into a bag. But unfortunately, you put all your energy into trying to get yourself out this tough situation and just putting all your energy into the profession and the skills of the sport that you like for you instance, PD, like you went to school for business. Like you went to a top tier business school. That takes a lot of energy and a lot of mental, just energy to do that. Like these niggas putting their whole life into crafting their skill to be a basketball player. They're not thinking about educating themselves on finances. Granted, it's not an excuse, but like I feel like this is why we run into this issue.
Also, and Will Bynum isn't one of these high, like he was highly ranked in high school, but he was overseas. He's really has to focus on his game to even be in the NBA. So it's not just these top tier, players that have been number one ranked since they were sixth grade.
And another point about those into the league type shit.
All I can do, that's my only thing. And then those players that are privileged, that are, number one player in their states from sixth grade to 12th grade, and now they the one and dones, all that. Like they had people doing things for them all their life, passing them through classes, whatever. Like they're used to not having to do that part of it and just focus on the game. So now I gotta be
Kelly School of Business and Derrick Rose at the same time.
But it's not an athlete problem. This is everybody. You don't have to be an athlete to be coming through this problem.
That's
most of America lives paycheck to paycheck. When I was in the Army in 2011, there was a government shutdown, and we probably wasn't going to get paid. We had one sergeant that wasn't tripping because they saved their money in general. Most people in America, if your boss said, you know what, we're not going to pay y'all for the next 3 months, we're going to be messed up. Most of us going to be messed up. Because the bill's not stopping. Yeah. So even on our scale, we can understand that. People, because we care about, most people just want to buy jewelry and buy pointless stuff and buy things.
Don't want to just buy jewelry.
I'm not saying jewelry. Okay, I'm using jewelry.
They're horny.
Whatever
your jewelry. I want to respond. I want to respond to King. I want to respond to King.
It's whatever
John whole family helping him slide on the aisle.
It's whatever your jewelry or your desires in life is. Some people might spend it all on drugs. Some people might spend it on video games, on shoes, on things, whatever it is.
Let me ask you this, Devin. I understand when you say, do you feel like it's your job to help you manage your money? I think to a certain level, in certain situations, they do have a certain responsibility, bro. I feel like if we're talking about the NBA, we're talking about let me use this example. I'm gonna ask you a question. You tell me which bag of money is bigger. Let's say all of the money that LeBron James has made his entire career, that bag, or how much money the NBA has made off of LeBron. Which bag is It's the NBA. But let me finish. It's the NBA bag because you made, and then there are situations where it's not that difference. That difference is way bigger. That difference is way bigger. And a player that hasn't been as responsible, that didn't have, bro. LeBron is a one of one. LeBron is a nigga that has done everything right.
We don't have to talk about LeBron though. What I'm saying is it has nothing to do with how much money you make.
Let me finish. You talk for a minute. Let me talk for a second. What I'm saying is I'm bringing up LeBron because as an example of a nigga that did it the right way, as a way that if everything was ideal, every nigga would approach the shit the same way that LeBron did. However, that's not the reality of the situation. The reality of the situation,
he shouldn't be the prototype.
Exactly. That's the exception. That you bring that shit up a lot. That's the exception.
No, you're using it out of context when I bring it up, but okay.
No. I'm gonna fuck with you when I can fuck with you. But what I'm saying is, nigga, if you are making this much money off of this nigga, and you know that this nigga is coming from nothing, if you at least have some like this much morals in you, you are gonna be invested in this nigga's well-being. You're going to want this nigga to.
I mean, they are investing their well-being, seeming
they are. I'm paying
$1 million ass
until you're not
okay. And Lamar,
anymore.
And that's the natural reality of the world we live in. That's how the
I spent my whole life to get there. Now the second that I can't play,
bro.
you don't care
and
about
no
me.
one is going to come to save. You know what, bro? I know people, and I can speak to myself. I know this, bro. There are people that I know that make over $100,000 a year that are broken than a dude who work at Walmart making $15 an hour. You know why? Because his morals, his lifestyle, and how he lives his life. I'm telling you, it is not about how much money you make at all. People that's making $200,000 a year are broke compared to somebody making $40,000.
I agree. I agree.
Because they have to fulfill an image.
Okay, and that's on that individual.
When you're changing a nigga's life, when you're giving a nigga the kind of money,
it doesn't matter. But okay, that's fine.
Especially when you're a nigga that's fully okay. That you were a nigga that
and
came
if you're
up,
a man,
you
we're
had
men,
the
right?
We're men. Education.
Okay, fine. We're men.
It don't matter
Take responsibility.
It don't matter if you're man or woman.
You know what? At the end of the day, bro, listen. Check this out. Check this out.
Uneducated.
People gonna do what they want to do. People are going to want to do what they want to do at the end of the day. I can give an inmate instructions on how to do everything. I can show them this will make your life easier. And guess what? He gonna do what he want to do. Will it be nice if your job gives you financial classes and help you out? Yes, that's lovely. I would love someone to do that. That's morally the good thing. But at the end of the day, but Lamar, okay, that's fine. But at the end of the day, let's look at the bigger picture. It's on me. I got internet. I can get on Google. I can look it up on how to be financial literal. I could do all that, right? Because we can look up to get the new shoes, when the new J's come out, when Drake coming out with a new album, when Andre 3000 coming out, we can look all that up. But when it's stuff that's really come to us,
I heard the 3K is decent, by the way.
But at the end of the day, ain't nobody coming to save you. No one should care about your finances and how you do in life more than you.
Facts. No one is coming to save you.
That's facts.
No one's coming to save you.
I think that's
we all doing.
I think everybody doesn't have that fucking wherewithal, bro. Like,
and that's fine. The path is narrow.
Well, if I'm the team, if I'm the people that are doing that, my hands are washed. As soon as I pay you that whatever my salary is, I did what I was supposed to do. I compensated you for the amount of work that you were supposed to do. Now, what you do with that, my job doesn't call me and say, hey, you know, you just got this bonus for this big sale. How are you spending that?
Make sure you get it right.
Sure that you're putting nobody's gonna do that for you, bro.
If my job, I just got paid today. Everybody else got to talk. I just got to talk. If my job called me and was like, "How did you spend that check we just sent you?" Like, it's none of your motherfucking business. How I just spent this check.
Like, that's not the situation I'm describing, bro. I'm not talking about us working jobs, making $100,000 a year in our job, talking to us about a $5,000 bonus. I'm talking about a job where you are dedicating the rest of your fucking life to plan for this team. You spent your whole nigga, the rest of your you spent your entire
moment of your life.
Let me finish. You spent your entire life up to this point getting ready for this moment, and you're prepared to put your body on the line for the rest of your fucking youth for this team, nigga. The least you could do as the motherfucker that's trying to get you to sign. If I'm a first round draft pick, I want to go to a team, whatever the fuck, nigga. You're trying to convince me to fuck with you, nigga. Show me that you really care about me, bro. Show me that you really have.
Wait, who's convincing who? Who's convincing who?
By doing what? By doing what?
Who's convincing who?
By doing what?
Hold on. I'm sorry.
Hold on, let me ask this. I'm
talking about the way Tim Duncan gets embraced by San Antonio. The way Wemby gets embraced by a fucking San Antonio. Do you think they're like not giving that nigga hella game? They are, bro.
They're not giving him financial classes. They're not giving Tim Duncan all this financial advice.
They're giving him money. Like at the end of the day.
They're giving him money and he's using that correctly. And because
you don't think there's nobody in the organization that's like, hey, bro, you know, this is what you really.
This is just like real life.
No,
like real life.
When you say a nigga has been with Tim Duncan since he was a fucking teenager, you think Tim Duncan is not giving him the keys in the sense of finances at all? You're drunk.
So just like a real life job, there are certain people that get close to the VP or the CEO, and they say, "Hey, would you do this?" Or let's go golfing. I think Tim Duncan is a smart individual and probably cozied up close to a person in senior leadership, so that they did give him the keys, and in return, they showcase him as the top tier, the face of the Spurs, right? There are certain people that don't know who the GM is or don't know who the president is, and they just here for the money. And I'm not trying to build relationships and be about a part of this organization. As much as you invest in the organization, that's what they will give you. If you're just like, hey, I'm out for this check and I'm just going to take it, they're not going to give a fuck about you once you bottom out.
You know who a prime example? You know who a prime example? You know who a prime example?
They don't give a fuck.
You can say it's naive for me to feel that way.
Wait, Els. You know what prime example? It's a little naive. You know what prime example of who PD talking about? Allen fucking Iverson, bro. Allen Iverson didn't give a fuck about nothing with the organization. All he cared about was the money.
And this is a
all
fact.
he cared, and that's why he in a position he in right fucking now, bro. That's why he not. That's why he not in no front office of the 76ers. That's why he just a fucking fan now.
It don't got nothing to do with not fucking with the way Allen Iverson carried himself. It don't got nothing to do with
exactly the
way Allen Iverson carried himself made them money.
That's exactly the point.
You're making my point, PD. You're making my point, PD. That's my point.
No, it's not.
But I'm saying they don't owe him an obligation to then teach him how to spend his
or
money
how to be.
Because if
they don't owe him an obligation how to be. Period.
Allen
Iverson was Allen Iverson.
Devin
yes, he was a cultural icon and he represented for the hood, but that's exactly why he's not in a position to be a part of the organization today.
But to Devin point, real quick, y'all.
That's the difference between him and Tim.
That's the whole difference.
Real quick, to Devin point, at the end of the day, people are gonna do what they want to do. Like literally, bro. Like I work at a school for a living, bro. I tell these kids, and of course, these are children, teenagers, whatever the case, but I can educate these niggas, and I do all the time, day in and day out. Hey, man, you probably shouldn't do this. Hey, man, you probably shouldn't do that. Hey, man. But the reality of the situation, most people have to learn by experience. And now when niggas get fucking dead broke, now you want to resort back. Now you want to start scamming and doing all this other shit. Granted, you can. At the end of the day, the responsibility lies on the individual. At the end of the day, and we can have the conversation in regards to family and upbringing, things of that nature. But to try to say that it's the business's responsibility when I'm cutting your ass millions of dollars in a check. Granted, they not cutting them checks and being like, I want your ass to be a bum, but like that's not their obligation to.
But I'm a nigga that never seen more than 5.
But let me say one more thing. But then on top of that, to that point, Els, if you're in the NBA, nigga, your ass done dedicated your whole. You didn't just stumble upon the NBA. Your ass hooped your whole damn life. Your ass, to Devin point, you Google how to do jab step this, step back this, Euro step that, and you was in the gym.
Not to match my 401k.
For you to not look up financial literacy, bro. How was that their fault? That's not their fault, bro. You worked your whole life to come up on millions of dollars to play basketball, but then you don't know how to utilize it, bro. That's not on them.
You're gonna do what you want. At the end of the day, you're gonna do what you want to do. And you know what these niggas did? They decided, hey, we're gonna try to scam the fucking NBA. That's the choice that they made, bro.
I'm not even capping for these niggas per se.
And that's what I'm saying. We getting way off topic, and it all comes full circle.
It's a poor choice. Niggas make poor choices.
It's a poor choice because if I make $34 million and I'm scamming and doing all this extra shit for $5 million, that's stupid. That's not a good return on investment. And
you making a poor choice to take that shot right now, because by the end of this shit, you're gonna be drunk as fuck. Like
me, bro.
Make poor choices.
We wrapping it up.
I got jammed up when I got jammed up at school.
He said
when I got jammed up at school, bro. We ain't gotta talk about that. But what I'm saying is, I can't blame nobody else but myself, bro. Like,
that don't have nothing to do with what we talking about.
It does, bro. I made a decision, bro. It does.
It's accountability. Accountability.
Accountability, bro. It's a whole fucking conversation. It's accountability. You're trying to place accountability on the corporation, on the business.
So okay, let's go there then. If your school was cheaper, would you have been doing what you was doing?
I mean, I didn't have to go to school to begin with.
That was your situation, though. That's where you was at.
But that's what I decided to do.
But he chose to go to that school. He chose to go to that school, Els.
Because you was a fucking 18-year-old coming out of high school that didn't know shit else, bro. That's why you went to that school. You didn't know, damn, if I really look at this money, the way I'm spending this shit over X amount of years, it's kind of a scam for me to spend as much money.
It all goes back to the
parents. It all goes back to the person.
Parents, or who do I blame?
it's not about blaming a person, an individual. It's about looking at the way the shit is set up and understanding that the shit is not set up the way it should be set up.
Okay, so you can't just say that it's the business.
No, bro.
You
No,
can't say
bro.
it's
No,
the
bro.
NBA's
No,
job
bro.
to do
You have to
whatever.
understand
If it's
the
a
world.
money maker-
All I'm saying is the NBA. Go ahead, Petey. You've been trying to go for a minute. Go ahead.
Can I say something? Can I say something? One second. Can I say something? You cannot get mad and you go and enter a game, right? And you know that it's against you. You know the odds are against you, right? And you still try. Oh, I'm gonna go try to be a manager. I'm gonna try to be a CEO. You know that they're not trying to hire people that's not on their agenda. But you're now mad that you're not getting the same things that people that look like them are getting, or the advantages that people that look like them are getting. That's on you. You chose to play the game in the first place. So you could either get money another way, or you could play the rules, meet the people that you need to do, and make the connection.
Been a plumber. I could have been an electrician. I didn't want to do that shit. I wanted to go to IU and I can't blame nobody else but
Let me give you a perfect example.
It's their system. It's their system.
A perfect example. Most people, when they join the military, I go from the military, living in my mama house, working at Domino's, to join the military. Now I got my own place. I got more than triple the money I was making previously. So it might not be $1 million, but in my world, if I'm going from making minimum wage to making over $40,000 a year overnight, now I could buy stuff I couldn't buy before. Now I got to spend all this money. And now every time I get promoted, I get way more money. Now I can't live the old lifestyle I was just living 5 months ago because I'm irresponsible, and now I'm making more money. Instead of investing, I'm buying more Nike shoes. I'm buying more video.
You're increasing your expenses. You're making now you got a bigger house.
But I can never look at that's not on the Army to be like, hey, bro, I mean, I joined y'all job, y'all pay me. That's our relationship. Anything else you do after that is just extra. And if you do it, cool. If you don't, I shouldn't expect it. You cut me the check.
That's black people problem. That's black people's problem.
I'll be a bean with y'all. I will say, I don't know this for a fact, but Devin, you said this earlier. The NBA probably do give niggas some sort of financial classes. They probably do.
And even if I talk to these kids every day. I'll be like, hey, bro, don't do this. And tomorrow, your ass do the same shit. So even if the NBA gave their ass 9 times out of 10, niggas in the class texting on TikTok trying to set up a bitch they about to hit. Like, niggas ain't fucking paying attention no way. Because niggas, that's just the facts, bro.
And you just got $1 million, right? Why would you not, if you know that agents are out to take your money, the league is out to take your money, why would you not invest that and go take some courses?
Because you think the money forever and I really got to do Gucci shoes.
But I'm saying it's on you. It's on you. It's on you. I'm saying,
bro,
if we don't look at history, we're doomed to repeat it. So this is not the first time where niggas have been taken advantage by a company or taken advantage by a league, and then all of a sudden they don't have money.
But every person that exists don't have all of the knowledge of the shit that you're talking about.
This is true.
That's what I'm saying. Every nigga don't know.
If you're gonna play the game, if you're going at the end of the day, if you're gonna play the game,
my camera don't.
If you're gonna play the game, if you're gonna.
Are you sure? I'll pay you off.
AJ, let me handle it. If you're gonna play the game and you get burned by the game, you can't get mad at the person that made the game.
You know, my job tell me all the time, ignorance is not an excuse. If something go wrong, go wrong in my job and I did something that's outside of procedures, and if I go to my boss and be like, you know what, my bad, I didn't read the rules and regulations, I didn't know, they're gonna look at me be like, you should have known.
You're fired,
the information was out there.
Your barbecue
was out there.
Your barbecue.
You chose not to take advantage of the information. We don't care that you didn't know,
bro.
You're right. They probably do provide. You know what I'm saying? Courses throughout the summer league. Like, you don't know what, they probably do provide courses throughout the summer league, do that shit or whatever the case may be. But at the same time, you can't make them niggas either listen to you. You can just provide the information. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink this shit, bro.
And just for instance, bro, like Darius Hawkins Jr., bro. I know this is a one-off case. But if they're like how much Cheryl and Tommy is pouring into Darius Hawkins. If Darius Hawkins,
that's the raw, yeah. He raw, right?
If Darius Hawkins makes it to the league, bro,
I like him.
And he becomes broke, nigga. That's ultimately on Cheryl and Tommy and on Darrow. Like that's not on the league, nigga. You done.
That's how I feel.
Let's get the camera crew to film them. Let's put in the highlight tape. That's what I'm saying. For you to make it to the league,
that's how I feel. That's how I feel.
Energy to get into the league.
This how I feel. That's how I feel. Shout out my boy Snacks. I'm gonna give y'all a Spider-Man quote, bro. With great power comes great responsibility. Who got the most power? The league, nigga. The league. They got the most responsibility, nigga. They can take care of their fucking players.
When I gave you $30 million a year, you got the power now.
You got the juice now.
And you agreed to it. You didn't. It wasn't like we just gave you this money and we were like, "Oh, we're going to give you these classes."
And then on top of that,
they signed the agreement knowing that this is the money. I'm getting the money,
and the agreement is put together in a way that makes it hard for you to even really understand that shit unless you got a lawyer to look at that shit with you. Like that's by like a design. That's on purpose, nigga.
Talk about,
that's on purpose.
So you said
why is the industry designed to keep the artists in debt?
It's a league. What type of league is it today? It's a players' league, nigga. Player. It's responsibility of the players to be responsible of their lifestyle, their way of life, nigga. It's a players' league. So you want to blame it on the league?
Yeah.
Blame it. It all falls back onto the players who tried to scam the league.
All I'm saying is,
can I say one thing? Ain't no shit ever been fair. One for us, but for anybody that's in a corporate situation or like, hey, there's a big force behind you that's providing you money. That's their objective. The reason why they have so much money is because they're not altruistic. They don't care about you. That's why they can make the money that they've been making. It's a business role. So you can't look at them like, oh,
I just feel like once you get so high up to a certain level, there is a little bit of responsibility. That motherfuckers start to fuck with you a little bit more because you're making so much money. Motherfuckers start to say,
"Oh, don't."
That's like saying the government cares about us. The government don't care.
The government
about us,
is going to look out for you if you make enough money, though. That's a fact. No. That's my point. Once you get to a certain level, bro, it's a certain amount of like.
They don't make that money. They don't make enough money. I mean, like you just said, LeBron. Who makes more money, LeBron or the company that make the money off of LeBron? They're making exponentially more money than LeBron is, so they give this much fuck about LeBron as long as LeBron does what he's supposed to do.
But do you think the league does not make it very clear to a LeBron that we have your best interest at heart, even if they don't have their best interest at heart? But do you think that they make it clear to a nigga like LeBron that they have his best interest at heart? I'm gonna tell you right now, they do. 100%.
They do for LeBron because 100%. They need him to be the puppet. They need him to be the puppet
because they're making the most money off of him. That's what I'm saying. They can give every player not the same level, but a similar idea, bro. Similar concept.
But that's why you have players like Will Bynum and Glenn Big Baby Davis because they're not LeBron. They have to do what they got to do, and they have to make these or do the best with what. That's the best they knew. They did the best with what they could do. What they learned.
They did the best they could do because they didn't have enough financial literacy because it's the NBA's fault. All right, cool.
The NBA is going to provide that literacy to LeBron.
With the high school not in the car cracker era, bro. You don't think they were trying to scare the biggest?
I'm trolling.
I mean, at the end of the day, like, hey, man, that's all I gotta say.
Yeah, 08 to 2012, AJ was crazy.
Niggas was just trying to get some money, man.
I know.
Niggas was this nigga name. It was this nigga that went to high school with us named J-Rock, right? That nigga pulled up to the school in a Regal on 22s every single day, nigga. The teachers knew what that nigga was doing, but guess what? He was still in class because he wanted to play basketball.
What's your point?
That's all I'm saying.
What's your point, AJ? That he had a Regal?
Niggas was scamming. Niggas be scamming, nigga. That's all I'm saying.
What was your point that his name was Rock?
On that note,
and like that,
niggas was scamming. Niggas Niggas be scamming.
Bro,
Right.
That's
just what it is. Niggas think they smarter than the system. And the system fuck them
why
over
AJ
every
just
single
said
time.
150 rock block.
AJ just said what? AJ said women be shopping.
Niggas be scamming, nigga. If you get caught, you get caught. You gotta deal with the consequences, bro. You make that bed, you gotta lay in that motherfucker.
Everybody snitches. Everybody snitches.
Oh my god. Let's wrap it up. Let's wrap it up.
My cousin funny as hell talking about from TD.
It's
right to J-Rock.
Not J-Rock from TD.
It's really hard for me to feel bad for niggas that made millions of dollars and shit, nigga. I was doing a shit and I was broke.
I feel bad for a nigga that had nothing and then had millions overnight and didn't know what to do with it. I have empathy for that.
But you don't have to go on that big of a scale, Lamar. You don't even have to go on that big of a scale. That's
literally the NBA model. What do you mean?
No, it's like
these niggas go from being broke as fucking college to college making millions of dollars off of their name. They're not making any money up until fucking 5 years ago. And then they come to the league and now they're actually making money.
Okay, you're part of the 1%. You're part of the 1%.
I don't feel bad for them niggas, bro.
For that
I'm
shit,
sorry.
nigga. I wish I made $1 million overnight.
I wish I was them niggas. I would have did the same shit they did, bro.
Real life example.
Real life have the wherewithal that you have, bro. Everybody don't have that. That's what I'm saying.
No, Lamar. What I'm saying is, if you find somebody who is bad with their money and they only make $30,000 a year, which is most people in the world, it doesn't matter if they make money overnight. Because it's going to get worse. It's never about how much money you make. It's not. It's never about that. People get caught up on the number.
What you don't realize is we're saying the same thing. What I'm saying is you getting this money overnight is not going to make you financially literate. That's why I'm saying the people that are giving you this money overnight have somewhat of a responsibility.
No, they don't. And you're living in a fantasy. You're living in a fantasy. You're living in a victim mentality, and you do not want to take responsibility, especially men. No, we don't live in a. We live in a world where we have the internet, where you can literally find anything about anything. I can get on YouTube right now, learn how to make a bomb. Literally.
Right. So everybody. So you mean it? Everybody got the internet. Everybody got the internet. Yes or no?
Yes.
Come on, bro. Are we really doing this? Are we doing this?
You got access to it. You got access to it. You can get access to the internet, bro. You get access to it. At least 98%.
Hey, I need everybody on here to do your research on how many people in just the United States have internet access. And then we can bring this shit back.
Wait, okay, when you say access, if they go walk to McDonald's,
this is my thing.
If I didn't have internet, I could be like, Els, let me see your phone real quick. Then I got access to the internet, nigga. What are you talking about?
Bro.
What I'm trying to say is, Els, it's the exact opposite of what you're thinking.
What I'm saying is you're completely wrong.
No. I'm just saying you're thinking the NBA is like, oh, these people are providing me a good service. They're doing all these things. Let me invest in them and help them take care of their money. It's au contraire. It's actually the opposite. They're like, oh, look at these dumb niggas that only are going to buy cars, jewelry, and money and trick off. And let's see what type of agreement that we can get them in so that we can give them the minimum amount of money.
Get the most production out of it.
And that's it. It's like it's a slaughterhouse. Why would I do that?
It's fucked up, right? It should be different, right? All right, cool. That's all I'm saying.
No, it shouldn't be.
It should be. It should be, but it's not. It's not
gonna be different. That's life.
Hey, I mean, it's not even necessarily. I literally was having this conversation yesterday with my wife. It's like the whole system is broke. The whole idea of me trying to come up in the deal more than you, like, especially. I mean, we ain't got to bring it to the book, but like you should want to give freely. You should be a joyful giver, but everybody has the mentality of, well, I paid $5 for this, so I'm gonna sell it to AJ for 10. Like, that whole idea is fucked up to begin with. So we're gonna talk about that. Yes, the whole system is fucked up, but everyone is engaged in the system. So it's like that's why I can't place blame.
But you engage in the system not by your choice. You engage in the system because you have no choice. That's why you're engaged in that system. There's no alternative. That's why you're engaged in that system. That's why I feel like
order. There has to be order.
But my point is, just like the NBA is playing that system, everyone's playing in the system. Just like the NBA niggas, when you get a chance to make a quick flip, nigga, you making a quick flip. So it's like, let's not take the moral high ground.
Out of survival, exactly.
But at the end of the day, everyone's. Let's not put ourselves on the moral high ground.
I'm reacting to the comment. I'm reacting to the chat when I said that. I was reacting to the chat.
Well, my thing is like, what are you looking for? Like, yes, it should be perfect. They should give the literacy and they should do that, but it's not like that. So it's like, now what? Are you just going to continue to lay down and die and say, oh, it should be this way? Or are you going to be like old boy on the game and start, reusing trash can bins?
You know who don't care? Who don't care? The niggas that signing them checks. They don't give a fuck. They're going to keep getting that money.
Why you keep Lamar? It's like health, right?
Period.
No, it's like health in the gym. I can show somebody what to eat, what not to eat, how to look good, how to have a six-pack like me, all this stuff. They be like, damn, I'm overweight, I'm fat. Guess what? They don't want to do that stuff because it's hard, right? Saving money is hard. Yeah. Not spending your money on pointless things is hard.
You definitely got to factor that in. It's not an easy thing to do.
It's not an easy thing to do.
And
that's these dudes people are not doing it.
If they went to the front
office,
it's
not easy,
and they
and
said,
niggas don't know how to do
it.
No, they know how to do it.
Let me get this.
It's hella factors.
Let me say it.
It's hella factors.
Let me say this,
bro. bro. You went to the league, right? You got $30 million.
I did go to the league. You're right.
You got the whole rent, bro. You would be willing to help the whole rent, bro. You're not telling all of us no if we ask you for some shit, bro. Like, they got motherfuckers asking what they hand out. It's hella factors into that shit, bro.
I believe you,
They're banking on that. The NBA's banking on that you're going to pay all 30 of your dudes and all this stuff.
I ain't got no money, baby.
That's what they're banking on.
To Devin's point, though, like I was just talking to Petey earlier, I have bad asthma. I know for a fact that I need to get my ass out there and run every day. I need to work out every day. I shouldn't eat dairy. I shouldn't do this. But nigga, I could know.
Wait. Why? What you say? We had this conversation 2 days ago, Eli. What did you say? You said, nigga, I know that for me to be better, I have to work out, but also at the same time, it's difficult for me to do that because of my condition. My condition makes it harder for me to do that shit.
Yes, it makes it harder.
So do you die?
I'm not saying
I can't blame the condition.
Never said you die. Never.
Nothing worth having is
easy.
Nothing.
I could push myself. I could push myself, and like I'm doing now, I could keep on making that excuse my whole life and then die and like I never did it. Or only thing's gonna change it.
You didn't make that happen.
Only thing's gonna change it is me pushing myself to actually do what's hard.
Why niggas dying, bro? What we gotta talk about? Why niggas gotta die?
I mean,
because of your ass. You saying this shit. And I admire your squabbles, Els. I do admire your squabbles, but you're ignoring
me by myself.
You in that corner, and I respect your squabbles, bro. But at the end of the day, bro, there's responsibility, and as a people, we do not take responsibility for our actions, and we do not plan correctly for the system trying to take us out. The system is trying to take us out in sports, music. They do the same thing with musical artists by signing them to these advances and then expecting all this money back. That's what I'm saying. That the system is built on that. How many little Peebo Brysons or whatever, I don't know, are there compared to Drake's or Jay-Z's who they might give the keys to? They'll give those keys to them as long as you keep puppeting, keep doing what you're supposed to do. But we're not going to give the rest of these little dudes the keys. We're not going to do that. You got to find that out and beat the system yourself.
Hey, Lamar, I'm going to tell you this. Since you care so much about how people spend their money, next time you at your job, when you see them dudes coming and waste their money on the stuff that you do, I want you to go talk to them and be like, yo, you need to stop. Hey, you ain't got to do this. You ain't got to do this. You don't need to be here. Spend the money up. Hey, stop wasting your money.
Now let me respond. No, that's not facts, because the niggas that come to my job, the niggas that come to my job do not work there. What a better thing for me to say is the girls that work to my job, nigga, this shit is set up for them to spend all their money, make money.
So you talking to them? You should turn them around.
Come back the next day.
You should turn them around. You should tell them not to work at your job then.
Every time you introduce,
are you telling them to get a high sales, a high yield savings account? Or is that what you're advising them to do?
I be telling them
diversify
their portfolio, like all of that.
You be showing them what they should come out to, bro. That's what you be showing them. You be showing them what dropped. You finna show them what dropped today, bro.
I do.
That's exactly what you.
I'm playing Andre tomorrow.
That new
No, you did a good job. Hey, like I said, you gave a good
you
fight.
Funny as hell.
I'm saying, it was a good fight.
I'm not no bitch, bro. I got it in me.
Nah, but you're wrong. But you're wrong.
All right, bro. I'm gonna get us out of here, bro. We didn't have back-to-back 2-hour fucking episodes of the pod and shit. I'm low key.
Hey,
Lil Wayne dropped the
I want to say
album
one
with 2
thing.
Chainz.
I want to say.
And Drake dropped.
I want to say
the
one
album
thing.
too.
I want to say one thing. Draymond gonna be Draymond, bro. I heard y'all talking about Draymond. Draymond gonna be Draymond. I ain't expect nothing less of him, bro. I knew some shit was gonna like. Soon as I seen it, I'm like, Draymond finna go do some crazy shit. And what do you do? Some crazy shit, bro.
AJ, were you a Warriors fan when Draymond got drafted? Don't answer that. That's a trick question.
I
said, whoa. That's a good question.
I was not.
I don't want to get Nick Castro.
I was not.
You a fake fan, bro. You a fake fan.
He said you better wrap that gavel up.
Hey, wrap that gavel up, B.
What was your favorite team when Draymond got drafted? That's what I want to know.
The Knicks.
The team that Carmelo.
Exactly. Wherever Melo was. He was a Nuggets fan.
Your weird ass was a Toronto Raptors fan at the time.
He was a Darko Milicic fan.
Toronto Blue Jays with your weird ass.
It's okay, Jay. You
better
start shopping.
You Oakland A's
fan. You better start
shopping. With that outfit on.
Tell me when it goes.
You said shop.
You better start shopping for your new team.
You said shop around.
AJ better start shopping soon.
I've been trying to tell him, bro. You better figure it out, AJ.
He gonna transition. He gonna transition smooth. But the
next we went on another light skin.
The next light skin nigga. He just waiting. He just waiting in the wings.
Hey, I heard that the Flint Tropics are looking for new supporters and boosters. There you go.
Nah, bro, I don't fuck with Michigan, bro. Hey, man. Hey.
Wherever
we'll see.
Goes,
Pacers. Go to the Pacers. Tyrese Halliburton.
I might go. Halliburton out here hooping, bro. I might be a nap rat. You never know.
You an Indiana.
You never know.
He an Indiana on me.
Hey, man.
Hey, you never know.
All-Star game, the weakest All-Star game in recent memory is about to take place this year.
Indianapolis.
Nobody wants to go there. Like I said in season 1, nobody wants to go to Indianapolis for nothing.
Bitches at sunset, Indiana Pacers.
That's not where it's at. Whole bunch of dudes.
Sunset finna be cracking that week.
And tall tees.
Yeah,
coming out.
Yeah, it is. Hey, they finna come back with Wade Wednesday.
I seen G talking about that. That's crazy.
They finna come back with Wade Wednesday, bro. It's finna be cracking out here next week.
Ain't nobody ever said let's take a vacation in Indianapolis.
Wave giving. You don't know
Petey,
about Wade.
Petey, I'm about to be in Cincy this Saturday. I teach in Cincy. Yeah, shout out to the land.
What that got to do with
me? You a Cincy
nigga. You
the nasty natty. The nasty natty.
Texas now, boy.
He said the bitch told me she had a man. I told that bitch I had a ladder.
I told that bitch I got a fish. I got a fish. Where to do volley?
That nigga Petey disassociated from Cincinnati altogether.
What that mean? I just thought we was talking about shit.
I ain't been to Cincinnati in 7 years, bro. I have not been back in years, bro.
Gee, Petey's second home is Maryville. Nigga.
That's a fact on my mama. Hey, Petey, where you go to high school, G? I be trying to tell motherfuckers like, oh, I'm from Cincinnati. I'm like, my homie from Cincinnati. But I don't be having.
They're not gonna know. It's a private school, Cincinnati Hills.
That's cool.
They're not gonna know if they even from Cincinnati. They might not even heard.
That's cool. So. But it sound official. It sound official. That's all that matters. Now I got it.
Hey, y'all got a raw ass zoo. I know that.
not the zoo. Skyline Chili. You know what I'm saying? But hey, I put work in there. I put work in those areas though. So if they from
Dayton.
No. Not in the zoo, nigga. What?
Cleveland, shout out Cincinnati.
It is.
I used to get it. Hey, key word used to. I don't get it.
Hey, shout out to Ohio, man. They legalized marijuana, man. Hey, Indiana.
Did they for real?
They own that.
Did they for real?
When? Yeah. They decriminalized it recently. I got pulled
up. They just legalized.
Hey, forget everything I said. Shout out Ohio.
Like
shout
2 weeks ago.
I was driving to New York in 2021 from Illinois, from Chicago, and I got pulled over in Ohio with my boy Alex Wiley. We was blowing the dope, and we was really scared, bro. We thought we was finna go to jail. but it was decriminalized, folks. They, you know what I'm saying? They was.
You know, the marijuana industry is one of the biggest industries in the world. They should be letting it. They should let their customers know, you know, when they come to their dispensaries that, like, you know, how to manage their money. Well, they should tell them about all the sales.
So do they work for them or are they buying from them?
I'm just saying, employees that work there too.
It's not the same at all. All right, cool.
But they're $1 billion company. They're paying the bartenders. They're paying the bartenders $12 an hour. Yeah, they put the bartenders, the people that work for them.
How much? $12? That's generational wealth. $12 an hour.
No, they give them crumbs.
You could have went to McDonald's, nigga. $12
crumbs on $1.
Is this stick to the
Applebee's?
This is stick to the pack.
I'm saying
stick to the pack.
And while you at it, somebody
sticking to the bud.
People who don't trust the government, all they do is screw their people over. Y'all shouldn't even be excited they legalizing marijuana because the government got their footprint on it. You know it's bad.
Mm-hmm.
This is licking stick to the code.
Stick to the loud.
I ain't saying anything.
I ain't saying anything. The fact that they made it legal, y'all should be worried. Y'all should be worried.
Hey, it's the stickiest. It's the ickiest of the stickiest podcast.
Okay, this is what I'll say. So they're opening dispensaries in Texas. Okay. They selling shit for $5 a gram, right?
I'm gonna be a bean, bro.
Dangerous. That's some dirty ass weed.
I'm gonna be a bean.
No, it's crazy, but there's some in it. It's like Anaconda malt liquors. If you ever seen Black Dynamite, something the government is involved.
Yeah, $5 grams is crazy.
That's normal.
Grams is crazy.
That's not that's normal.
Hey, Els, he said, "Bitch, do you see us?"
Chicago just behind on the times and the prices.
They selling Knicks. They selling Knicks in Texas.
He
That's
said,
crazy.
"Oh my God, 455 area code."
You can get a KD for $8.
That's crazy.
KD for $8 in Colorado.
Yeah.
No, 40. So you can get It's some arrive.
How much is a KD? How much is a KD in Illinois, Ela?
$60 in Illinois. A KD is now about 20. Well, at the dispensary,
we talking about retail.
Yeah.
Retail.
At the dispensary, it's gonna be a smooth like 40, 35, 40.
You know what you can get? You know what you can get it for Indiana?
What?
A sawbuck and
a KD for a sawbuck.
A sawbuck in a penitentiary, nigga.
This will have the people literally say anything.
Wait.
A KD for a sawbuck?
Do you know what a KD is?
I know what a KD is.
He knows what a KD is. He knows what it is.
Don't
answer that.
Nigga.
You said AJ, you 3.5 for $5.
What?
AJ, relax. He said
I said 10. A sawbuck in a penitentiary.
10. You don't know what a sawbuck is.
That's 10 years in jail, nigga. It's still illegal.
What I'm saying is, bro, let's not compare street weed to dispensary weed. It's disrespectful.
I mean, put the weed down. Take care of your health.
I don't smoke. I haven't smoked.
I smoke cigarettes.
Put the weed down. Take care of your health.
Comparing street weed to dispensary weed.
If you're a weed smoker, you will never play me in basketball.
This is an off the pod conversation. Like we can wrap this.
We at the end. You feel me? It's free time right now.
I don't smoke weed, so I don't know.
If you should smoke, let go of the weed. Let go of the cigarettes.
Put that corn down.
Definitely put the corn down and let go of them cigarettes. Don't say that. Yeah, get rid of that. Get rid of that. Hey, you gotta get rid of them Jezebels.
Corn violence.
But AJ, if you ever want to play basketball,
think about it. You probably figure it out.
Huh?
It rhyme with corn.
We don't make you do nothing better.
Yeah.
We do make you do certain shit better.
No, it don't. You look goofy. You think it make you do better. You don't.
Like what?
It didn't make you do better. It didn't make you do better when you was a shorty.
Exactly.
You wasn't smoking it at all.
It doesn't enhance anything.
That's because my brain.
I had more bars back then. The bars.
When you start smoking.
The only thing it enhances is your perspective, nigga.
The overdue bars is pretty A1.
So you saying it's a placebo? You saying the weed is a placebo?
Your brain is less developed as a kid, so it's easier for you to be more imaginative. Once your brain becomes a certain level of developed,
so you need weed. You need it.
You don't need it.
You're talking frontal lobe. We are
talking front talk.
I would think you were more imaginative and more creative as a shorty, to be honest.
No, you are. That's what I just said. That's what I'm saying.
So you don't need weed. That's what I'm saying.
As a kid, but I'm saying
He said you need the weed to get back to your kid.
Exactly.
There you
No, you don't.
Your 25 cerebral cortex.
So everyone,
you don't need it. You don't need it. You don't need it, but it helps.
Everyone that's super creative. Everyone that's super creative has to have to smoke weed. Or
they don't have to. They don't have to.
The weed is going to automatically advance them into a more creative state.
Not every single person, but a lot of people, yes.
Okay, question. Have y'all tried fentanyl?
I'm on it right now. I'm on it right now.
Have y'all tried fentanyl?
Fentanyl, I don't want no smoke.
That nigga Devin. He said, y'all.
Devin said, I don't want nothing to do with this conversation. He said my turn.
Hey, let's wrap it up, man. I'm low key big compromise right now. I gotta get out of here.
Hell no.
Yeah.
Shout out to everybody that tuned in, man. If you fucked with the stream, man, please like, comment, subscribe. I didn't introduce myself earlier. I'm your host, Lamar Kadar. We got my boy Payday. We got Low. We got AJ, aka Young Jizzle, aka Been Getting Paper. And my boy Devin, he got up out of here because we started talking that drug talk. However,
that nigga, he an officer of the law.
Yeah, he can't be playing around with that shit. He can't be playing with that. You got your ass Mr. Officer, Devin. That's crazy.
Like a cop car.
Crazy.
Like a cop car.
Hey, we spent entire. Hey, that whole Big Baby David shit.
Let him wrap this shit
all
up.
the way.
Let him wrap it up.
Please let me wrap it up because I gotta go. I got places to be. Shout out to the gang, man. Please again, like, comment, subscribe, sticking to the code. Podcast signing off. We're gonna be here same time next week, man. Hope y'all have a good night.
Big ring.
Big ring.
Not the little.